Well, good evening. Baba Jasu Jumedi. We're live on OK 101.7 FM or Ship House, Abeka Junction. Yes, I'm live also High Life Radio, America Brooch. Remember, you're live or Kings Jersey Radio, and also America Brooch. Remember, you're live on NASPA, London, and you're live also Migachu FM Kukrin to me, you're live on for Media or France and Belgium. It's a good evening, Bium. And I think from Enra, it has all been about. Canadian Anas versus Canadian Japan. Anas versus Canadian Japan. The matter top hot. Na case ni ye. It is still in court. And I'll give you a rundown about said case ni nyina ba bedru hanum say. And people are interpreting it differently. The entire Anas the case no call America broach memo. Why do the same case no? Ewo Ghana. There's the same Anas versus Canadian Japan, Anas. The similar case, Ghana. The bone of contention has been whether or not Anas may testify before the court or do on one enemy. That's before the Ghana court. No? That is one of the issue. Ama a friend saying Anas Mukes na kwakoye bibio because prosecution. I think the other side is a civil matter. Until the other side insists to say also Anas didn't name. The actual face ebe testify name say and undercover journalist, but this is a big blow. This is a very big blow, although is omunye case no into court ama slapping Canadian Japan with damage, and yes Canadian Japan guilty. It's a civil matter where defamation so wakogu obi hu fin waka say tia obi. Na yen nyina is a lesson to everybody because the ebinum tia brochira omo keka no. Very soon people will take a cue from Canadian Japan Anas case. They will start suing people in America, in UK, in Germany, in all over the place. Until multi social media keka the open. We should rather take a cue from Anas versus Canadian Japan. As me say, defamation suit is very close to all of us. Very, very close. A bit internet soon yet the attempt san for spewing gibberish. And gibberish in body is a ma a illegal a bia. Dear who I was I issue we who no. I say we go be hoofing. Because that's the main bone of contention between Anas and the Canadian Japan. Oh, America defamation law no. A slightly different from Ghana. Ghana defamation law, there was a prove is any panaka. Asema a good hoofing. Asem no odewo asem no enya no kre tie on element am mebobo so no mako na mebobo so no Ghana defamation law no say wo betimi di obi akọ na wasu no ana wabọ ne charge ode na court ana say ye nananom kan was wo betimi asama obi say nipa na gu hu fi a ese say wo tumi prove is number 1 nipa no waka asem a enya no kre. Number 2 asem no odewo wo no de enti the whole area say what particular person we not the one just any pan wudin or describe in the ordinary Ghana ni bia dwinimuno obi anim so odewo. That is what happened in the Canadian Japan case. Na no dan chen nipa na sema okan no so nye no kre asem no agu hu fin ama enimonyam ni die obuo anko bia averagely omo ma no sa enimonyam ni die na aba form. But America the end there say only obia or ye public figure the second the Japan or ye a politician only ni na enya and now they court. America standard ni different almost one standard for everyday people and almost our standard for obia or ye public figure. So here a movie for a case here called court here actor actress Johnny Depp and Amber Heard omoko ye na court ne can say obia or ye public figure there. So we bet me prove defamation etia obia. Also to me prove actual damage. Actual damage dey say ampa asem no. Enya no kre na ampa nipa kro no ka asem no fa ho no. Onim. Ananse nkorhwe no kra enko betimi ehu. En oboapa o sheda se ompe no kre no hu. Onim pa se de o ka na nya no kre. But because o person o de adwemone ogu hu finti en o sheda kan asem no sa. It's actual damage, you know, and non aqua bone of contention will case we because in this case, say Canadian Japan and a lawyer for filing mistrial, motion for mistrial. motion for mistrial no okay yeah we starting from beginning. First and foremost then announce the case no kwa America one farm Ghana. Me see the same case no Ghana Moody, but on the way no kwa America because asem na Canada Japan yes who watches the watchman ansem no ba ye Ahmed Suale hu sensem no Canada Japan kan Ghana but osan ko ye interview America. Enti interview no ko ye America no de o kan wo Ghana no anase nye anase ejiji nkrofo sika one China fo bi kura sei na niema bebre o kan ye na anase gina aso e de court no anase argument or the filing motion no for defamation or the filing suit no for defamation it says ansem na Canada Japan ka fa no nyanya no kre. And the way America system not here, especially also judicial decisions, court judgments near the omaye efa defamation when the past have seen nenwa. America so be any obia or ye public figure because Canada Japan a public figure and us in this context no ye public figure. America for defamation case say na ya na omuhunu in the light of nipana on ye public figure no. And number two. My catch or that I say assembly the entire akopie wa America court nene say because first Canada Japan can assemble America radio station enunti it is within the jurisdiction of America asem no kan no ba kwa kan ne within or my America nimo enti I was say osu no Ghana kra o ho kwan so tumi su no America ena omodiko first New Jersey. Because in Kenya, personal jurisdiction, another issue altogether. It's in order to America. But number two, so the issue of say actual damage, you know. That's why I was a Canadian announce proving. Baby, I'm some not doing it. I'm not said to me proving some elements now. Me bobo any know. I'm not because for the court to award 18 million against Canada Japan, HSA. Susu diano emra America for omra nimu no omu law nimu no e wose wo prove na watimi aka se ampa se obi egu mfi because mind you wudi kan wo court ana wundu bim ena court so di mirika na akoka se han obi egu mi hu fi a enye se ho ana court ama judgment o se prove sa na ema no number 1 de okan no o de wo Canada Japan kan fine o de wo anase ana de na che se wo de wo tape recordings and na se de court nyina na Canada Japan bobo anazi di wom so enti that element no has already been proven say I audio no asem no nye no kre because say na Canada Japan ne nkrofo so betimi abato no kre say ni enti ye hu ye evidence e chese wa diska or China for ho no want to me improve enti right now that court no ama 80 million no Canada Japan ne lawyer for are not contesting the substance of the case. Tio sesi Canada Japan ni lawyer for challenge say asemono first say anas the nyinaso anas ginaso eba court no they are not even contesting e no because they say omo contest ahase no omo contest ahase no say court apart say anas to me prove elements say esema ken ka fa no ho nye no kre na ampa audio no or the adwen money ne kan ye malicious say ade nanko openokra pa hu a Canada Japan being a politician you very resourceful nanko betimi ehu nokra bia ewo asem no sempo kote akai say he had the resources to verify because America for threshold there's a case be America for or more refer judgment na me kan ye Sullivan case be where New York Times versus Obi and the issue against New York Times was that New York Times a newspaper case tinka or penokra ni pa nko behu and oboapa and na one penokra no be chro asem ti the same issue and ana say the way Canada Japan na ama asem na ba bedu no. Number 2 obi busa bi o say and then what's the difference between court judgment and a friend saying jury America no hu omo constitution ni ma kwan say case bia obi de betu to bia you have a right to jury trial. Ghana no yes you have jury trial ni bi by your jury cases no case boni emu odu ti say sexy don honorable JB Danko edu die no eno murder case owo case de eno Ghana ye di asem no ye di no jury trial by jury but America de constitutional right mo obia so obia we do case beba court no who right to demand a jury trial. In the case no New Jersey they also demanded jury trial. And the jury no ordinary people multi state no emu New Jersey State me found 9 people multi cronim no ma ba betena se 12 people sa 12 people no omo boa judge no weti gina so that enya judge no kwa na momo omo de omo ye ordinary people nti omo nya lawyer fo nti omo nim law no enti judge no na be kiro say case wey ye defamation na case no say defamation there eniema ABCD ni ye number 1 Kennedy Agyapong kan asem wey ana number 2 video na anase aba mo nhwe se ampa se papa we na wo so no oka anase asem number 3 mo nhwe se asem no ode anase no number 4 mo nhwe se asem no nya no kre number 5 mo nhwe se asem no nanka Kennedy Agyapong pe no kra enko be hu no oboapa na wan pe no kre no na waka se jury no sa nipa 12 no mo boa judge no so mo sa ne ama 12 we nyina sa ne ama 4 5 we element ene o betimi akas ai ene na honorable Kennedy Agyapong enya guilty asem cause enya criminal case na just say Kennedy Agyapong no he's liable cause a civil case into enya guilty asem into he's liable sa na court mbeka and that is why omodu judge na who say already no I'm not asking the lawyer for to me prove your case say Kennedy Agyapong is liable if he's liable there ene na just say omo mani sika na yemfam patano na anase kuma emra from because what was say defamation taught civil taught teacher say ugu obi hu fin uye bibi tie obi ete Kofi Adoma ne ahemfu case ya abeya uye bibi tie obi na nipa ndo oba court na court hu say ane nipa na waye bibi atia no a ete say ya gem pata ema no na damage no enti number 1 you must prove say the nipa na defame you number 2 we defame you there na what say gem pata ma na some form of restitution say baby anipa ni gu hu fi ekosi ye no wa gu hu fi o akosi baby court nim so oye dan a untumi ensane ho untumi dware ho untumi empra ho nkoye te se first no but ye dem pata ne ma wo de a empata ne betumi adwodwo wakoma na ama enimguase a wasofa no enimguase no atumi aba fom enti na court no order say 80 million but this is the where the catch is announce filing motion for defamation or this suit no court no announce ka say o demand 10 million one ka say 18 million and until na Kennedy Agyapong lawyers are filing mistrial no so I'm coming there I'll explain to you announce then the lawyer for so 10 million mpata and no ni sika omo adwini mu no omo kari enim guase a Kennedy Agyapong de agu announce no a eno na betimi ama announce kuma ato ne yam na enim guase na aye pepepe 10 million no ne enim guase no ene ye ensem o aka agu no so ne ye pe enti the question is then na jury no awarding 18 million more than sika announce the lawyer for a claim here because see judge no e can say announce proving the case here we no judge ne directed because my catch am jury trial no a jury no na esig na but jury no omunim law omunya ordinary people in the community banchira body radio ejma McDonald's Walmart Costco any ade de obi ordinary people ne frɛ omo no mabebo judge no eti judge na jury instructions or no judge no nim law no wakɔ ho law school and no nim law no to abeka say we mutumi find we are ene na munyira ABCD so enye damage no na momfa mpata ni pakron judge ne ma instructions wo jury no jury instructions say mama actual damage just say enimguase no yedi Kennedy Agyapong de agu anas no ampa yetumi ahu se we de wagu nanim ase enti no mama no eho enimguase no ho patane actual damage in the case of jury we no jury na ma actual damage plus nominal damage enti o mama enimguase no de ama no mo sade bi kan ho eno ma e free 10 million kosi 18 million no na Kennedy Agyapong lawyers so ho no mo nte ase number 1 apart from so I'm filing mistrial motion for mistrial no I'm filing remedial ne say under America for civil procedure rules no say court bua assembly go so na court ka say we de ye bo ka na wo dwene ho ahu say na we de ye de fa nipa bia dwene mu a we de abro so court we ka we de e too much to me filing motion for remedial ne say judge no to be who say ampa sika we abro so enti yente so a ene na judge no betimi make second look na wasante so enti this is the motion that is before the court say say announce the lawyer for say yente so ma omo na say from 18 million no na ka say sika no aba original 10 million no kra announced the lawyer for demanding and NHS and come okay. So that motion is pending before the court. Say court no so same pono omukra na edim from so say omogu announce animasia 80 million na court na ejene de too much. And on the remetita on the brofo no match da ye na kakraka no de atoso Latin for ibi and on de atoso ha. And apart from sa remetita na a first and na Canada Japan and the lawyers are filing no. Almost filing motion for mistrial. Motion for mistrial no more patch say. Omo patch say. Time my jury no koso no. Jury no for 12 na me so omo tinchen. Omo no omo boa judge no si gina yes judgment we dey any gine yen fanfa ha judgment we dey any gine yen fanye say. Say obetimi a file appeal. E was so making sure say judgment na jury ne de mind we dey a chia cry is against the weight of the evidence. Enti adansi a yede betu dwan ene ne nhia ba bia matia fa baby and mama judgment. That is not the argument of Canada Japan and the lawyers. That's not what they are arguing at all. In fact, omo filing motion for mistrial no the omugina so ne say jury ni ya bias. Still they are not arguing say jury no omo anyo omo adwuma ye because the judgment no mo de ama no ene adansi a anase de ba court ni nhia. Nti anase oh case. Oh, very good case because the issue that Canada Japan and the lawyer for any raising, and free one cry. They are not arguing that the judgment is against the weight of the evidence. Say no person pleading bias against your friend saying anas against the jury, not even anas and then the lawyers cry against the jury say my trial no cost no. Who jury for any be body language, but America no. And me busa anas lawyers year friends and Canada Japan lawyers it's okay. So more problem with a year, more problem with jury now. And then a shasiana or more year selection of jury because America law muno. So more year selection of the jury now. Who to me strike it jury beat down. Say jury where they are mama swa. As or no nini obi didn't attempt that. Enti way or baba be bias against Canada Japan because obi aninia obi didn't be attempt that the NHS or no nya Canada Japan bebu asem na gudo so enti mu yin film. I was asking them that question, why did they not friend saying raise that issue? Why did they not raise that issue? And almost say okay no nye no omo de say bias say jury no no koso no na jury no make it facial expression. O sha say no omo ye yo mo na I say omo ye yo mo ne maybe I say mo ye bias omo skew ade no against Canada Japan bisa but and I make sure America o share court judgment na judge na the ba who read here. Now we share the history of America. Omo defamation cases now. Ni nyina shows you that America for no say any particular public figure, any average person, any asemo do na no. Omo judges no share defamation cases no in slightly in favor of nipana onye public figure no. Enti Canada Japan time niti na so be she. And if you look at the atmosphere koso a friend saying America ni say no we a public figure as obi answer dan trim ma. Enti the timing of the judgment ni nsem na koso ni nyina che say no Canada Japan na so ayeshe ewo eniema ekoso no emu pa. Enti this is where the case has gotten to. Enti motion for mistrial na Canada Japan lawyers and file no and the court in decide you afen on beko but for now this is the existing judgment say Canada Japan sukra court su ontua 80 million say on the lawyer for no they can say omo bepa court ne chew na asem a omo ka che court no ne say 80 million no do so dodo enti judge no mo say no onte so na emra form. Now whether or not judge any Canada Japan lawyers be adwene na what say sika no so amanaba form no and also another story altogether because and say emre bi no one me say just because what filing motion from remitted no and no say chinchine court no be adwene enye de bia na court no ye adwene because I also prove it the mekan na no mo ka say I also prove it say 80 million no say a bro adwene ntiase so we na hwe kra enye ye 80 million even an ordinary person kra no enya de a obaji atum say yentua ya say obi dinti yentua 80 million e bro so it is a Canadian Japan lawyers na to me improve e ho no pa de a ene na be asem but so to me prove each record and say 18 million no borrow so is likely say judge betimi ate so about the original 10 million. But the issue a betimi play to the advantage of Canada Agyapong kakra Mistral no. If Canada Agyapong lawyers no to me and mind you our 3 big lawyers broni kese back because say obi man so there we Ghana for your lawyers or New Jersey near there bachale udru some of those cases are here obi or tikronum because there were cultural nuances. Any idea, no matter how I would tell law, you must have obi our cultural nuances. Now I say, now or the mouth, and not just say what you mean at the account. You almost Canada Agyapong far lawyer account. Now make a lawyer so near cheap, sir, because I make a lawyer so much charge it 1 hour. Be much charge it. Now lawyer Kesias New York, any New Jersey, and young crow get what a young crow Kesia, a young crow Kesia. Lawyer Kesias and 1 year crown, maybe or better, if you got $2,000 an hour, into what she says, and case not bragging for a while. Into Yagan and Kwana cases, abroaching your cases to me check. Into what there is a case where now San Quaco Chiasa 18 million. That's a lot of a Isika Canada Agyapong betia. Into court there, young corner simple, I said, I Tigana, I attack on young corner simple, especially when you're dealing with abroaching court in the idea. You just don't stand up and go to court. There are a lot of things that was young demand. Son of court to say court. 18 million is a lot of money. Meanwhile, Ghana to say a currency those in your currency are him biasa. And to us Ghana to and our best son. Would be your conversion, mommy? How much Ghana cedis? And a bet me a convert could do $18 million. No matter the Kenya no. We all try our bones say yes, Sika way the old try my watching for. It's a lot of money. Let me take you to the court. More amunya who video in the court briefly.
And your note has been marked as 3, and it says, Judge, in our initial finding, we awarded $18 million, and a breakdown, presuming $5 million, actual $5 million, and punitive $8 million. With your verdict and your note, your jury service in this case is complete. I truly have enjoyed working with you. You've been an attentive jury. Thank you so much for your service. You are discharged.
Judge, the defendant would like to thank the jury for their service.
Get out of my can. Thank you so much. Everyone appreciates your service.
And Osha say this is where said the Ghana court here no. This is a Anas and a Gina on Senifaso Hono. So Anas is on the right, and a friend saying Canada Agyapong a Gina in Benkum so Hono she blue shirt no with the lawyers in between them, and a lawyers in Bisu actually one more actually. Obviously, if you wait for the final judgment before you rant, but this is a final judgment. That is why you can. File a motion for mistrial because any judgment, any final, want to mean file a motion for mistrial. This is final. And this is the judgment as it is now. Until say, judge, you know, motions no ma filing no judge ne betimi aye bibi e de asakra ehun. So this is a friend saying a final for to some extent is final. So you can appeal against it. And Tina Canada Agyapong lawyers now a filing motion for mistrial no this is what they are saying. Lawyers know on both sides no be can't need a Anas lawyer Becca Sassia attorney Adika so that he can give us further explanations on to say what the line the next line of action is, because if one is on befale attorney Adika so camera no so that we can speak to you. I know someone I'm quite so dear, but per se no casa so that we can see what is going on in a court. Here are one of the lawyers for Anas. Inti usha lawyers na Anas kutana. He has about 3-4 lawyers omudi nanim ema omoko court. Inti even Selassie Adika attorney ono so wo eho Jersey ho nti ono gina mu a obekasa ama o mo nti ye pese ene ne kasa so that we can find out say what's the next line. Because for now there the court decision stands is 80 million. That one is standing. The court has the judge in sesa anadwen judge in change yet until so Canada Agyapong lawyers and normal apply for changes and the judge has not granted those changes. No, and attorney Adika, mama, good evening, Akwaba. Ghana time, good evening, but good afternoon to you. Pacho, so we are
But
good. Pacho, Chemu, what the judgment means for 18, no? Before we go into the genesis of the case, no.
I would like to refrain from using the term judgment for now. Let's
Okay.
just say the jury award or the jury verdict.
Okay.
It is currently being reduced to a judgment. I just say a one-page document. Court no judge's signature. One see still no that's so. Now at the end of yesterday's proceedings, the judge asked us to produce that through appropriate channels for his signature, and then discharge the jury. As it stands now, not yet. I've heard a lot of things going on, but as it stands right now, we are just waiting for judgment to begin execution.
The jury has not been dismissed because
the jury has been dismissed, and there's a video in the public space that evinces this. There's no doubt about it. The jury was discharged by the judge after reading out the damage award that totals 18 million United States dollars.
But meaning say mo filing initial case no now she demanded 10 million. So how did they come to 18?
They demanded 30 million United States dollars. That was our initial demand. But the jury can award less than that, or it can go above that, subject to any statutory caps.
What reasoning went into 18? No?
Jury explaining compensatory damages total 10 million United States dollars. Now the law in New Jersey allows them to award punitive damages and not to exceed 5 times the compensatory amount. They could have gone as high as $50,000, but they only awarded $8 million in punitive damages.
That's just
yes.
Okay.
And so all this talk about mistrial, if they open Pandora's box, that is what they will be facing. And I really think there's a lot of strategy going on, because we know at the back end said they have approached us to enter into talks. Perhaps if we would be willing to compromise our judgment in lieu of their right to appeal and answer any of these post-trial motions that they are claiming that they will file. Now, regards to post-trial motions, they have made 2 of them orally. One for the mistrial. No, let me take them in order of how they made them. On Thursday, during the back, their lawyer immediately made a motion for remitted. Just said, judge, it was supervisory power. Just said, say during I go overboard. I'll bet me, I reduce. The judge informed counsel for Honorable Canadian Japan say, what's in what canon now or bedroom? Yeah, courts and run. One of the first order of business that was taken care of said the same lawyer got on his feet and mischaracterized what the judge said, saying, judge can say obey making a ruling on that issue before we proceed. The judge flatly denied, and is consistent with our recall because we have also been recording. Judge Lankasa, the judge just took what he said under advisement. Perhaps he was shocked because he says that the basis for him making that oral motion that Thursday, and he said the judgment shocks the conscience. It was not on the basis that it is excessive. The shocks the conscience doctrine is separate from an attack on a judgment on the basis that it is excessive. The shock the conscience doctrine is resolvable by a resort to a test, a 2-part test that takes into consideration the stature of the person defamed and the egregiousness of the allegations that have now been proven to be defamatory. And that's one side. And the judge informed opposing counsel, said he never said he would decide that, and denied the motion. Then proceeded on with yesterday's business, at the close of which they made a second motion for mistrial, which was also ruled on by the judge right there in court. But the judge
So
being
let's say 2 motions have so far been made for mistrial on the Canadian Japan side, the other
no,
side.
one motion for mistrial and one
Okay.
motion for remediature, which means a yente award no so.
No, so
Now, so once that was done, and then the jury was asked to during the award the buy no on Thursday no chichim. A punitive damage evidence no, they were now sent back to either award or decide not to award punitive damages. They declined the invitation to award punitive damages because, according to them, the breakdown of the 80 million include 8 million I wanted to aside for punitive damages. So that gave rise to the question: say, now that the jury has explained themselves, did they exceed their powers to award the punitive damages on Thursday? As said, honorable Canadian Japan lawyers, they sought to bifurcate the trial, meaning say they wanted to treat the liability and compensatory damages part separately from the punitive damages part, which is the reason why we had to come back on Tuesday, right? Into the narrow legal question, and it said, did they exceed their authority in doing that? I take the position said it's not a fatal error. There's evidence to support the award. They simply declined to add on to the punitive damages. And now the invitation that they made to the court, they said the court declared mistrial on this basis, and the court declined because this is in the least, I believe this is something that is curable by the court. And they persisted in their arguments, and the court now told them, say, look, there's a proper procedure to follow if you think that you want to really canvass this point. You can come by motion paper in a form of a post-trial motion and serve your side, and give us the opportunity to respond. And all of this talk about, it's much ado about nothing.
So what I've heard from Omusomu side, they said they are raising mistrial, and one of the issues they are raising for under mistrial is bias. But you are not aware of any issue of bias of the jury.
No, I mean, we did thank the jury. What is the bias?
Their side thank the jury.
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
So I really don't know, but like I said, they can thank the jury and go back and change their mind. So that's up to them, But the point is that all these arguments about bias and the judge was there. The judge gave them a fair trial, and so I don't know the basis for any claims of bias. I'm sure, sir, if that's the claim now, the judge will probably tell them, say, they need to look towards an appeal. Honestly speaking, they are up against, they have an uphill task. Say, Ebana said, even the jury erred in awarding the punitive damages before being told to do so. The cure for that is, once we, American lawyers, we cannot lie to the court about the law. You can get into ethical problems. We are not hiding the law. If they feel like this is grounds for remediation, we may oppose it or we may agree with it. Now, here is the sticky point. If we agree with them on the point, say, perhaps the jury exceeded their instructions. Now, legally in the state of New Jersey, the jurisprudence stands for the proposition, say, all that will be done is that a new jury will be empaneled to deal with the punitive damages part of the case.
Not the substantive case, because I know they approve here.
You approve here. So they are at risk of exposing themselves to a punitive damages award of 5 times 10 million United States dollars. So if that's the route that they want to take, we'll meet them in court.
They are playing with fire.
They're playing with fire because we're a team of very aggressive lawyers who are ready to defend our client's reputation. And that's one side of it. But in reality, I believe, in the state of New Jersey, before you can file an appeal to this case, a substantive appeal, you cover these arguments of bias and whatnot, you will need to pay that full judgment of $18 million plus perhaps another $1 million in the form of cost and interest before you can proceed with your appeal.
Oh,
It's
that is New Jersey law. No, just
absolutely. Absolutely.
Appeal.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
And in New York, in New York, Donald Trump had to do the same thing. You remember when Eugene Carroll?
On Fox and now on one TV station, there was an issue.
Yeah, Eugene Carroll, an author.
Yes, okay.
Remember that case? Donald Trump had to pay that bond. Paying that bond, I don't know. Yeah, Papa, no, about Brauska, but I don't know why in this case, no, it seems like that's been a problem. I'll give you an insight. Yeah, Papa, team, no, immediately after trial, the reason I make say immediately after trial, no, they approach us perhaps to start having conversations to see if we are amenable to perhaps compromising our judgment. But knowing the battle that they face in paying this bond, no, we have no incentive to do so unless he is contrite and he comes because our client is seriously offended by what has happened. And you know that in this space, no, and so much to the point say this is the time where he has gained enough international prominence. Obi to himself friends on Bekasa, obeji $100,000, $200,000, which is what people of his stature are making for speeches. He all that has dried up. All that has dried up, and now his career is at risk. And so if they are contrite and they come and they face the real issues that are on the table, and they are contrite about it now, hey, the whole team are Ghanaians. This is not a fight. Our team is made up of 100% Ghanaian born lawyers. He has several Ghanaian lawyers on his team also. So, if there's real contrition and they face the fact of what the BIA do no, and then if they take that route now, then maybe able to me and start to say but we will not cheat.
On your side, they might already said, Senya, say Canadian Japan lawyers in approaching mono. Say that's to my impaired say you're remorseful, no said Cananas has lost a lot. Gigs and Uncle Yamenena a couple of conferences or Holland near the day. So yes, Moody might already say money on bets as a tool.
Like I said, like I said, we're a team of very knowledgeable and aggressive lawyers. And if you feel say it's there a lot has also gone on. I think his career as we know it. I don't think say it is going to be as and they forced us to go to trial in this case because we were willing. That's that 18 million way. We made that offer in mandatory mediation.
Oh, okay. Before
any of this trial and him taking the stand. Yes. At this point, what is being after I've explained all the strengths and weaknesses of their position. What is the incentive for us to take less than that? Because at that time, he had not taken the stand. At that time, there were no pictures allegedly of him circulating, right? We could have done away with all those risks that are now going to endanger him possibly. And they forced us to go to trial. So, why would you want a calculation? Yeah, and it doesn't make sense.
18, the Momo there is acceptable to Momo side, no?
Oh, answer never got trial. That is the settlement memorandum, the number we put on the table.
Okay.
Before the jury was impaneled, they offered to pay us $10,000.
Now, Momo rejected 10,000.
I mean, you have a plane ticket credit, and there are over 10 of us here.
10 lawyers on the ANAS team.
Oh no, they are on the ground. There are 3 lawyers, but we have a support staff.
Okay.
I do free Canada, so yeah.
And they say, what is the next date? Tuesday, no more motion for mistrial. No more so.
You need part to Tuesday. I make an appointment
and right. And they say mistrial, motion for mistrial. And the Ben and what's a beba.
It has been denied, as far as I'm concerned. There's a video that I'll send to you after this, and perhaps you can play it. Actually, just go to Facebook and look for Sulemana Isifu.
Okay.
He recorded all the proceedings in the courtroom.
Okay.
Along with Yenia Listowell.
Okay. Yeah.
And he has put the raw footage on his pager, pinpointing exactly where the judge denied the motion for mistrial. After reading, and you said before, after reading the jury's verdict and discharging the jury, the judge then denied the motion for mistrial. I don't understand where all this mistrial is coming from. Because our team lead, has just messaged me saying we have not been served with any motion.
Oh, okay. You're serving motion because for the other side, they almost say there's a motion on the table.
There's no motion.
Judge. There's no
Like
motion.
I said, no, the Ukraine and evidence. I have implored you to go to Facebook, where the person who has first knowledge, he can authenticate that video. No, and yes, baby. Video, he has chain of custody log to support that video. The video in there, no, if you watch the sequence of events now, the judge read the jury's award, discharged the jury, and denied the motion for mistrial, and encourage them, say, if they have any motions that they want to file, they need to come in proper form in terms of a motion paper and serve us. We have not been served with anything.
Okay. But very well. Yeah, my from beginning, no, what is the substance of the case? Because in say defamation, no.
Okay.
Because we know, say, for the judge to award damage of 80 million means that the elements of defamation have been proven.
And a jury, no.
A jury, no, for the jury to award 18, it just say and I said to me, proving the case in court.
Yeah, yes, but, absolutely.
So what, for the benefit of Obi Awen follow case in Ashaston, what actually prompted this case in court?
Okay, and sometime in 2022, no, January 2022, when the case in Ghana was going on, we were also doing some other things, that normal course of business. When my client sent me a video, as I said, America and entertainment. Now, I am a lawyer first, and son, I made back Ghana BG license. It's about anything that has to do with the US now, automatically, my influence, increases in the camp. And or the same day, me say, me share near who say, yeah, papa, about him. Now, me man a memorandum on what can be done about some of the things that were said on the tape. Now, no, you was thinking in terms of perhaps a better the publisher of the interview, cease and desist letter, say, because he's a champion for the media. I want that to be very clear. He is a champion for the media. None of what he does is for himself. He is actually even preparing to produce more analysis for the country and for the continent. And
documentaries, case way no.
Oh, there be I can say Juma dry. Juma is dry, work has dried up. But what I'm saying is he is always promoting other journalists.
Okay.
What you here? Because on until we can have 1,000 analysis, we have not achieved our goal. So who journalists be it breaches the law. He doesn't ask to go after the journalists like you order us to go after a politician, right? So we saw the video and he was actually looking to see if I can contact this guy to talk to him, maybe formally through a letter. Now, maybe share them and something was so nice. I said, for this man to keep repeating this and some more court to the Dano, this is actionable. And so, we went back and forth for no more a lawyer. We went back and forth and we came to the conclusion, said the best course of action is to go to court in New Jersey to basically seek redress. And I know on that basis, we filed a complaint, I believe on May 17th, 2022, where we gave out 5 counts of defamation based on the interview that was conducted from his house, from the Honorable Kennedy Agyapong's home in New Jersey, in the United States. So the claims were as follows. He said, my client is a criminal, said my client is a thief, my client is a murderer, who was behind the murder of Ahmed Suale. And as the fourth one, they say he has killed several Chinese people, or he is behind the murder of several Chinese people. Now, as I believe, say Unimemrano, there's one thing to say, Obi Kunipa, and another to say, sir, he is behind it. So he's behind it. That means, perhaps who was responsible for the actus reus of the crime. But perhaps no, on no will be passed on quest, which a friend of conspiracy, which is also a crime. And we laid out these 5 counts in a complaint and invited him to respond. He did not respond. The case went into default.
Oh,
and
really?
Yes. And when we decided to get judgments in default, he now came forward and opened default. And this, in someone was a political feud between him and Anas. When in fact Anas has never said anything about Yapapano. Anas testified in court that he has great respect for Yapapa Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, because just like I do, in American, he is our role model. He is the first person to have left here and successfully made it to the apex of Ghanaian politics. And we have nothing but respect for him. But it didn't say yet, dear. It is something that we must remove from our body politic. And in this case, where it appears like it was done for profit. You understand? We have people saying he said that he did it for the MPP because of the damning revelations that were captured in that Kwesi Nyantakyi, in the number 12 documentary. So, defamation for profit should have no place in our political landscape. And that is what we seek to eradicate with this action.
Okay. I said those are the issues that we table here before the court. As we speak now, the jury verdict is final. Can we say
Final.
it is final?
Absolutely.
Okay. There's no date that the court has given.
No, we have no date.
The
next course of action, I will share. I mean, it looks like I'm a little distracted. Other members of the team, I just got a message from New York City right now. We are preparing to the judge invited us to bring a draft of the judgment, so he signs and puts a court seal on, so we can proceed to the next phase. Now that doesn't stop them from exercising their right to whatever they claim that they have. But like I said, to sound a note of caution, it is not going to help them, because at most, I believe Senebe said the punitive damages phases will be reopened.
Okay.
A jury may be impaneled, and we get to go for 5 times that's 10 million.
Well, but I know 50-50, me boy. It can be said
I will not even say 50-50. It's the prerogative that they have. You can file it based on the judge's position right now. I don't see it changing.
But what if the jury is changed? If the jury is changed, they better have answered the new jury no better so. And now I'm better.
No. I need you to understand this. Before a new jury will be empaneled, just say, judge no abo punitive damages negu, because the jury may be put the cart before the horse.
Okay.
Right? So we will only be dealing with the punitive damages phase, consistent with the bifurcation of the trial now, of course, from the beginning, which is the reason why we had to go back after the jury came back on Thursday. We had to go back on Tuesday to tackle. Now, the jury had the evidence. And when they were asked to increase it, they said, we will not increase it because we've already included it in our $18 million. And here is the breakdown.
Okay.
We feel like we have been shortchanged.
Because I can't bet more.
Absolutely. So if they want to open Pandora's box, they can go ahead.
Well, it looks like that's what they're also dealing with. And for like 1 minute, they are not even contesting the substantive issue. Because with the jury verdict, they have already proven the defamation case.
Yes.
Now the problem is the side is the mistrial issue. They want to raise the issue about the bias of the jury. Listen,
what you have to say, the liability phase and compensatory damages phase, there's nothing wrong with it. So why would a judge has expended taxpayer time and money? Court, a judge says somewhere it doesn't belong in New Jersey. It's a waste of time. Why would a judge waste the court's time anymore on this issue.
Oh, initially that was the argument they raised. It doesn't belong to New Jersey. Now, where did it belong?
No, they didn't say that. They said it's a waste of the court's time. Now,
Okay.
this is what, it was just creative lawyering. I give them respect for that. But you cannot say that and then, but if they want, so like I said, there's not going to be a new trial. There's not. I'm confident in that. Because there's no problem with that part of the case. The only problem that they are raising, and they say, the punitive damages award. Now, any allegations of bias, the judge was there. The judge presided over the trial. We all picked the jury fairly. We didn't have extra access to the jury. Nothing untoward was said to the jury. In fact, they objected so many times that if the jury felt any kind of way, it was because of the number of times they interrupted the flow of our presentation. No one said evidence near the buyer. No, it was resounding. Yamfa evidence be other than ye papa na numunsem.
Okay.
And you can imagine how it feels like to be put on trial with your own statements. And we as far as we are concerned, judgment reduced onto paper.
The court more time frame in New Jersey, minimum time frame now. What was the civil procedure rules and time frame for the payment of Isikano pending any motion?
It just depends on the diligence and aggressiveness of the lawyers in terms of trying to enforce the judgment. We're in the process of trying to get our hands on that paper. After which we will be. Oh, that's it, no. But we are not in this for the money. We are in it for the deterrent effect. Okay. Because the papa no oba court same way so repeat say he stands by it.
Oh, he didn't say no cry. Nah, that was not what he meant. He said he's. Oh, okay.
He just didn't have proof to support it. For example, he came to court saying, Chinese phobia. Now, video. Video now, the video be on the by minister and preco. And he's telling the jury, say, they cannot see it. Now, Yeshua, could Ghana for China.
So, but was that video admitted into evidence?
It was shown to the jury. It was their duty or to get it into evidence. They showed it to the jury. And like I said, it was not proof of what he claimed it was.
Because the facts and video they found damages against him.
Who watches the Watchman? Or video piece from Net 2. It was a fair trial. There was no bias involved in this. In fact, they struck more jurors than we did.
I wanted to ask that question, Krase. At the preliminary stage, more yet selection of jury. Was there any strike of any jury? Because that's one of the bases. Almost for new mistrial. They said the jury was biased. Almost striking jury be free more and say
there was a veneer of 60 tax-paying citizens of the state of New Jersey from 60. The 60.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a nipper 60 in a bar courtroom, and they got the chance to pick and choose from this 60 and reduced it to 8. Now, under New Jersey law that governed this trial, because of the number of parties, each side had 5 peremptory challenges where you can knock people out without assigning a reason. They exercise every single one of theirs. Yeah, we only exercise 2 challenges. No more come on several jury, they had other things to do. It would affect their ability to focus fully on the issues and decide the case. So they were excused. But they struck more jurors than we did.
Okay. But I mean, is it true, sir, Judge Nika said nobody should take videos near there? And how did the videos come out?
So initially, we had the consent, say, the whole reason for this trial, and they say, so we raised that issue because there were people in the court who were parading cameras around. So when we raised that issue, the judge now instructed everybody on the legalities of recording in his courtroom. It's a free lunch about from the first day. And he claims to be independent, but we always saw him with them, which is fine. I don't know why he would deny that. But he went and got the permit to begin taking pictures and recording.
Okay.
Subsequent to which we also got the permit to begin taking pictures and recording in a courtroom.
Okay. I later on in the both sides, the permission to record.
Absolutely.
The videos were not about Bonten. Why nearly edit videos were about?
I cannot tell you who is doing what, because we are not. I'm not concerned with media.
Yeah, but when you are announced, you say, "Oh, you're undercover." So for as long as a lot of people have known him, but as long as a lot of people have known him, but now there are pictures showing his face. I be must say, "Oh, prosthetics." They be say, "Oh, prosthetics." They be say that. So
we'll leave it to the public to decide. Now, anything I make a choice say. Being said, before we went to trial, now we offered to settle this matter for 18 million.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you have saying, say, there are certain images being paraded in the media space, do you think it's fair for us to accept for $18 million?
Because it's by his cover is blown, and because there are pictures out there, showing a. And no, it's not for me to answer, mom, there, but
yeah.
But I agree, say like Obi reputation say I mean the person deserves and those ones 19 a court now for the court to decide whether indeed Obi enumonyam abafom and I say yengu ne ho fi, because I know reputations are very important,
But they tend to trivialize it because there's mention of what has he lost, but the law recognizes that and he has people. The reason why we are fighting this fight is that there are people who are divided, who don't know what is true and what is that's how it works. There are people who distance themselves in the hope say you clear your name, because in the context of Woodism, even I feel mortifying questions. I'm a taiko gym and I'm a gym for knowing who I represent. I will be sitting there and people will come and pass comments and I'm gonna Suale and I'm gonna say and I say, you understand? So it's not something that should be trivialized.
Okay.
People tend to trivialize the impact, not on him personally, but on people, right? Because when it comes to this reputation damage, the test is not the effect it had on the person who is the subject of the defamation, but the effect that it has on his associates, his business partners, who now come to him with the mortifying questions. And we played all of that out in our presentation before the jury in the liability phase of the case, which influenced the award of compensatory damages.
Okay. My friends here say very, very interesting how this one is going. In Ghana, there was an issue before the Ghana court about whether or not obeying any now testify or not. That was a very, very big deal for a long time. Would this one affect it? I think the last time say the Ghana case was thrown out because of that issue.
Sometimes let's be careful while we talk about these things. Ghana case not to do with question and the criminal charges that were filed against him for using the president's name to allegedly solicit bribes, right? So he was charged with defrauding under false pretenses. And no, the evidence now, that was the government based their charges on. Papa Kwesi was on video saying certain things about his influence on the president, or that he has the president's blessing to do certain things and has access to the president, right? Being said, audiovisual evidence, a private company in the form of Tiger IPI produced them. Its evidentiary value is based on its authenticity, right? Because when you say media dancers say me wanna wake up say and I say wake up
exactly
that record it is a Ghana and this the only issue was authenticating that video. Right now I've told you say the video was not produced by Arnas Aremia Arnas. The video was produced by Tiger IPI,
which is an entity on its own.
Now when Tiger Eye produces these documentaries, it does so from raw footage. You know, sir, in a court of law, you see movie and find the testimony. So it is the raw footage that would be used in evidence, subject to its authentication by the company. Now, what do I mean by authentication? There are several ways of authenticating videos. Chief among them is a chain of custody log. I just say we're in the try on this day. We try and know say we were flash drive and answer this way. So it was then transferred to this person on this. Once that is all established, it is of solid evidentiary value to prosecute a criminal case. So if anyone says the case was dismissed because our client refused to unmask himself, that is a total falsity. There were other means of authenticating that video for trial.
Which was not explored. That's what you are saying.
Absolutely. I am a seasoned trial lawyer. I know, and I believe Sir Obi Onime would agree with me. Said there are multiple ways. This is audiovisual evidence. This is not a case of na papa we can say and na papa we can't say. That's not the case. So Anas was not a necessary witness for that trial in Ghana. So we advised him accordingly. Said, look, we will go to there. We have other things going on. When we get there and it's necessary, we'll cross that bridge.
Okay.
He didn't unmask himself into that, and the case was dismissed. You know, Ghana is a 60-year-old country. Like I said, the reason why I've kept my Ghanaian heritage is necessary. I have a lot of hope for Ghana.
Me too. I say, hello, attorney. Hello. Why are you have stayed on for a while now? Where you know network. Meaning say we didn't abonti because of it. I mean, say you're on the road, traveling to another state. You know, but I will try and get you again. But this is Anas, a lawyer, and you know, one of his lawyers, because the lawyers know can only about 10 people. And now ni team, and this is a case that Anas ni team. No, they are taking it very, very serious. They are taking it very, very serious. Since you know, a team of 10 lawyers in one, and omudi free Ghana, omudi abano. This is Ivan Selassie Adika. On he's attorney for a year. I'll read your messages near day. I try to get Kennedy Japan lawyers to speak because say afenu and omudi case na koko. This is Anas Aremeyaw Anas versus Kennedy Japan. So said 3 days in I've been trying to persuade Kennedy Japan in the legal team to speak, but because who say motion for mistrial to go for them. They want to file motion for mistrial to cite that the jury was biased, to cite that the jury ignored the direction of the judge, because judge them are jury instructions. Almost say a jury no ignore it. So I tried to get Kennedy Japan lawyers and so, but they said they want to abstain for now. And now Yera Adikaka say we court decision now. No Kennedy Japan lawyers approach you to see if they can have some kind of negotiations. Be say Ghana for not to say they are trying to go around it and negotiate. Beside and only I mean at least and they want to understand that Kennedy Japan lawyers ni Anas lawyers and conform on Facebook na they have approached Anas lawyers trying to see if they can settle find a way to go around it, because any Kennedy Japan lawyers ni kano 80 million ebi wom because Ghana na make us obinya calculation in my Ghana cities albesisa ansa na when you nenye sika keto amita attorney Adika, sorry me who say we inatiko. I know because I must stress watch it. I've hijacked your time for a long time. And they say you are just waiting for the court whether it be a Kennedy Japan team no be file BBA. And on more chances here.
Yeah. Try a copy of the judgment. Now, proceed.
It's Musaka judgment. They are Pabamu Obi Abe Tuane Jumaso.
Absolutely.
Okay. How is Anas right now in his mood? How is his mood? Is he happy?
Oh, he is happy that his name has finally been cleared, and we'll leave it at that.
Okay. Yo, my mommy now I say, attorney Adika, mommy now I say, I appreciate your time so much, and I safe journey because me someone I'm quite so I'm to quarantine.
Yeah. Okay, thank you
so much. Yo, it's here Evans Adika. Anas, one of the lawyers, no, omo ni legal team, no team of 10 people, and also omo fi Ghana by with supporting staff near the omo by case. And that means they are taking this very serious. Ugu obi any masia. Emrani say the law, American kwana sa law no, Ghana. So in fact, most common law countries near say obi go obi any masia. In fact, what you say before cry abrofo bre law no, not Ghana, yeah, customary law, yeah, mamre no. Defamation wom ntu ugu obi ani mase de obekwa ahemfie yesi twajan. There's a case case bi ma mienu ba akoko ba akwatem. There's another one so abema ba akoko di oba ba akwatem de nase na sebe wase kankan na obema bi akra mpe oni ade oba nde ne kwa ahemfie ene ye bo ne ka ye je ni sika esambo manu tua oba ne kunu ka tua oba na nkasa ka ne ade nti ye yankasa Ghana na ye wo defamation law. Ansa na abrofo ne bre eba so mo bre defamation laws nti no ugo obi eni mase the law no chese nipa no right to be court or power the bechaw enti me say ye nyina mfanye asuade de ato Anas versus Kennedy Agyapong they say mo amuti social media oti obi abetimi de obi akokot wan ye o say Ghana nkwa na obi besi wa somebody can sue you in America, sue you in Germany, sue you in UK. Enti ye kasa say ye social media ne ade ye won crofobia na o maba o social media o mo de ani say di atem. They insult people. This should be a critical lesson to all of them. Who di atemno? He go over you. Udru wa Canada da po de osika omi ya say 18 million obeti metu ya manabro. So the question who what saying? Ye busa $1,000 kra wuni bi, $500 kra wuni bi. Enti atem na mudi wo social media no. Na politicians abo mo pa. Mi wa uni kpangwe. Muni kpangwe. What you say? But you are doing this. Munina your day. You see, defamation it's not up to us. Our platform way so and any other platform. You can't walk out. You can't walk out. And that all time best so. You do back court. You go talk through. You do one man album. And it's a warning to all of us. Now I could be comment session. Now would they don't have any evidence. Ebe do obiaso. So this is Anas lawyer. No ne akasa wachre Anas so edieno. Abranche we message George or say we are for Ken and we are for the truth and justice for all. Well, America court so ama ne gina isi. We can talk as much as we want to talk in Ghana, but the court has spoken. America so a different jurisdiction. Into what the omo judgment in Ghana it has persuasive effect or Ghana, but Ghana, but a persuasive effect. Ghana so Nana say an appeal will end up with more cost if pursued. And no na Anas lawyer neka say Ken lawyer some appeal bebo come on one share bedu omo 30 million. Enti 18 nkomo mfa ne sa nyame yes good evening efia. This lawyer grew up in America. Is it the end of Kennedy? Or say na lawyer now okay say I grew up in America, I grew up 18 million and no nebema Kennedy Agyapong no aye kwam nya no say still we are worshiping Kennedy Agyapong ye de yensuro hwe sika no Ken betria nti e bi so support Ken so still young media say if I were Kennedy Agyapong ka sika mi ntua mpacho o de okokota court my decision no akogina akoka che court se untua ubetikpa o ga se court kasa keke court kasa na when this so your friend contempt truth is even that the Kennedy Agyapong refused to pay and never go back to America. No. On the property say America, he can never say go back to America. And to know a businessman or a Japanese baby or America, he can never say go back to. He will obey the court. Adam Sally, I say good evening, Ghana. No, for UK, no sending message. We say no. Dan say somebody invite Solo and upon Soloni upon my then. Until they said, oh, the Anna can was him. Why, Abrante we say, Rabawi, Anna, or see, today is the happiest day. Why, Anna? I didn't think a happiest day, Mao. David Pani, or say, as a matter of fact, this is what we are expecting a showdown judgment and a court jury, no, a day amano. Where you see, you wish you were a millionaire like Kennedy Agyapong. A bit with their temperature, nobody should insult. A court judgment as them. You can't lie. I got them video until the time I don't change anything. Tom G. say my friend, you guys are in for money. Stop the unnecessary cap. Well, defamation. There'll be anyone more filing defamation case for money. On pass a man ko kasentia ubia. Otiasia don't talk against anybody, because say even if the person is in for the money, how can I say ma and obejuska? So one can say money panin jusika, huh? Nanasi defamation is taken very seriously abroad than in Ghana. Ghana they go be any masi ani afran tra ni e yenkofo na man kofo bebe ye yenkofo no, but abroche they go be any masi a big deal. Young media see if Kennedy Japan come bra makacho say Kennedy Japan to me ka so ntueska no when to ya court ma order no when this wa contempt. Ghana contempt, America contempt. Pacho leave Kennedy Japan penny onim what to do. Salam Abdul say, why are you people happy about someone's affliction with this heavy amount? Well, Obi anya happy. I think people are just expressing opinion. Ralph, or say Ellen Kuredu, the insult couldn't change anything from them taking the money. Yeah, who did you be at the money? Ain't changing their court bekano. Nanasi truth. They can seize any asset and the bank accounts in the US. Well, Canada, Japan castle own to ya. No be ako seize obi because so kase untu ya na bi onipa no kwaje enforcement order. Na ya be ganishi weja padie bi na ya ko auction weja padie bi na de ateka. But Ken in case won say the lawyer ne kan ne say omu wie judgment Canada Japan call for cry approach almost to say that oh ye ntenase ne nkasa because earlier no na nas lawyers are catch almost so oh ye per say ye settle na nka ne mo ma 18 million and na nas nkofo na anya nti the court trial no so at ya say Ellen Credo say Roland okay, people are fighting each other up and down about this comment. Napo kuma me fa na mintie wa adwinche. Napo, good evening. Hello, Nana. Napo, good evening.
Oh, good evening, Steve. Yeah.
Thank you, Bacho.
Ah,
What do you think about the decision of the jury?
Well, I mean, the thing is in the Western world, the law talks.
Oh, by outside, they say my uncle. No. Good.
Sorry. I think that
no problem.
See, in the Western world, no, the law talks, and then the thing is, yes, anything that you take to the court, no, you who are regime say, justice will be done in your favor if you've been like insulted, defamed, whatsoever. It is very, very crucial, honestly. Say in the Western world, who defame you be. There have been so many cases, especially in the UK, where even Prince Harry has won a lot of court cases.
Yeah, and say only say media
News of the World.
News of the World.
Yeah, Rupert Murdoch's paper. Some of them they have to go out of court to settle millions. So for me, it's a watershed case, not necessarily because of Kennedy Japan, but for me, it's a huge lesson for our Ghanaian bloggers, social media influencers, journalists as a whole, and even the whole judiciary system in Ghana, that it becomes a test case. This case, despite say what happened in US, no, it still serves as a test case for us in Ghana. So you cannot just stand in front of a camera because you have that platform and insult, defame. You know, you can't do that. I mean, our culture before the white man's law came, your culture is different upon all these things. Who defame you obi wo bedroom. You do be quiet in fear. You be quiet in fear, be fine. You be sama. So then why is that all of a sudden, because of social media, because of technology, then young people just say obia of a brakro wombo bida. Now to me, the camera see with him asante.
I think Kennedy Japan also should take advantage of this court decision. No, so almost even the cases or they are court now, maybe one man, yes, because I know other people to have. He should sue all of them again.
Exactly. But you see, this case, no, analysis a legal team, no, they are very shrewd, very, very shrewd. They know what they were doing. Because Kennedy Japan had a similar case against Kevin Taylor in the US, but he lost. It shows that legal team, they were not good enough.
I think that was a different team from Team Way.
And American is a different team. If I was Kennedy Japan, I'll go to analysis team for the US attorney, get him and then sue Kevin Taylor. Honestly, if I was him, that was what I would do. But I mean, Obia Bedan also. All those Trini Jonases, Kevin Taylors, and whatever Big Scout or whatever, even your friend is an announcer crowd, or your friend that man who did that interview whatsoever. Obia better no so. Well, it's become too much. It has become too much. When you Ghana, because then they Jantua and the fast and and then judges never kind of go and give a 1,000-word apology on the news and then it goes away. No. They will see you in such a way. So what Dan Robert Tom Crana still this can be the account. There's a huge amount of money. Huge amount of money. And there's no way they are going to do any appeal. The only thing that they will mitigate will be they will ask for what we call.
Well, I'm filing motion for mistrial. Until that's the kind of appeal.
Yeah, they can file a motion for mistrial, but I thought I heard that the judge was saying that there's nothing like mistrial. The only thing that they can do will be a remitter. Well, they send
remitter for about 18 million, but when the Agyapong lawyers also they say they want to file a motion for mistrial on the basis of bias.
Yeah, but I think for me, I think the only thing, if they are very sure, and the only thing they should go for is the reduction of the amount that has been which the judge will consider. Yeah, depending if they're able to prove say how much has Anas lost, like the credibility. I don't know. But Anas is an international reputed journalist, so the defamation is global. That is why they gave that sort of amount. Even they were going for 30 million. Had it been another jurisdiction, they would have given the 30 million because he's a global journalist icon. He has had international awards by UN, by the US, in the UK, Al Jazeera. So any defamation of such a person is global. So that is how they calculate the amount that yes. They find 1 million and 500,000. Obi said we say they are 200,000. We need their bob and Sam. That's how now. Yeah, but it depends on the stature of the person.
That the person, yeah.
What you say? Yeah. So and they don't care why would defame whether you are poor or rich. That damages will come.
Because anyhow you're poor, I'm gonna be awesome. That's the thing. The court doesn't care about you.
If yeah, and there's a kind of war. Sometimes I pity them. There's a kind of war. Some of them they are not even professional. They don't even work. What you say? But because they've had few likes and ticks and followers, so then they can insult men of esteem. People have worked. Then to me, yes, Antehine, to me, Mampon, hey, no, why you president? So president won't pen us some crana. Oh, you're president. No, to me, no. No, oba, wait, now why no, not delay. Now, I mean, how?
Obia. Yeah, the man
look at your case, for instance. Now, I saw for cry, hey, yo. I mean, is it, and for me, much as I like it in Japan, it's a watershed. It's a lesson that all of us need to learn, whether poor or rich, whether politician or non-politician, whether journalist or non-journalist. That issue, for me, I want more of such. I was happy when Martin Kuma took that case to court for
against Leo Indiano.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting for that verdict. They shouldn't take it home, please. It should go to its final conclusion.
But that's why she has refused to settle. She said she won't settle.
She shouldn't settle for any way. Yeah, it should go take its full course. I was happy when that guy, that money dealer, that guy, I've forgotten his name, that he sued Bongo Ideas.
Okay, yeah.
I want such cases, more of them, and we should have such courts, especially in Ghana, whereby such cases will be swift.
Okay,
and then so that we will sanitize. That is the only way to sanitize the social media. That is the only way, so that now the social media will become ideas, debate, not personalities, but ideas that we talk about. You to make the fact that me as Anthony no my year before. Maybe waiting up my way. Me were MPP to that me NDC for NDC candidate my yellow purple and throw me go it me guni panum fit as if they have the evidence in front of them, but
and they have nothing to
show.
Yo, Nana mama na wase. Nana mama na wase. Nana can ye nyina yesua lesson free. Nana da mama good evening ni akwa banso. Mami tio.
Yami sure yeah, no Juma Papa we.
Yes.
But Monday ne ya na etu man a year no.
But you say
Mondays no. Because we are a baswa asa ya na nipa mi no pe na mpese mi hu say
Monday
nipa
nana.
mi Monday no
Minkai. Then see Monday.
me kasa na wo ye woni nipa mi no na na kasa ba na mi nim say mo ye tuma nipa mi na mo discuss show no eno
Oh,
na
baby.
mi bi tell
It
na
depending
wo fa
maybe
wo
any day be whichever one I be one person
oh
can
okay
every
okay because me gina so antina
oh
me
sir.
she antina mi nim say bi only one more ye discuss bi ti no e ma me call off say ni ma
Oh,
mi
sorry,
ti bi
sorry, sorry. Monday near
okay
point because I'm person me mo be a free chance, no be a kind of boss who asem as
oh
long as
okay
they want.
okay
You know,
okay
eh.
Entina brother yi kura says the crack for no sabai
Mm-hmm.
actually no okay me ye chia busuafo nyina enua Canada Japan ye mane yako for akọ me hu mum akọ me hu say e kenti sa beto ye so but senior na ye na e ka no a best set records ama obia wo social media say atembidie ni asɛm a ɛnyɛ nokorɛ no yɛka a yɛnyɛ very careful na nka asɛm a na mebɛka na ɔka yɛ sɛ adɛn na Canada Japan siw Peventera deɛ New Jersey anaasɛ America wɔn anye ayi ama wɔn mo ɛno
Case
deɛ
be
me
a different. Case be a different. I know. I think another
ɛyɛ
was Virginia. I know say a
yeah
different case, different issue
enti no
element.
enti mesrɛ Canada Japan sɛ wɔne nso ntwitwe mu na obiara wakasa atia no wɔnkeka saa sika no mmom na ɔmfa nte ne ka so because ɛha adwene paa mfat saa ɛka wei deɛ MPP yɛntumi ntua ɛyɛ too much nti ne yɛsrɛ sɛ ɔmonyɛ paa mema menkɔ Ghana wei yɛ one man show deɛ one generals na yɛyiyi wɔn adi no is not fair sɛ asɛ general
Security
mu
changes now. What up? No.
yes ɛwɔ top no ɛnɛ na mintie na kyerɛ sɛ wotwa ma so many senior soldiers ɛna ɛbɛkɔ efie a abere a wɔn time enya nsɔnyɛ yɛsrɛ sɛ ma wɔn mfa yɛn security ne nso ma mɛyɛ politics ɛno deɛ
I
ɛbɛha
say
yɛ
normal.
paa
I maybe about they make changes at the top,
sɛ
sir.
ɔn sɛ wɔmfa obi mfiri lowest rank ɛmma ne mma bɛyɛ top cause ɛnɛ mɛgye obi ba bɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu wɔ asɛmpa no wɔka sɛnea wɔn a wɔn wɔ n'anim ne nyinaa no ɛsɛ wɔn kɔ fie abere a wɔn time enya nsonoyɛ sɛ ɛsɛ wɔn retime so wɔn ɛkɔkɔba saa obiara ba a onye ɛwo nso otwa akwadaa bi a wopɛ no a na wapagya no na hwɛ sɛ okoko pagya obi firi mɛdwo a na hwɛ nipa dodoɔ a wɔn bɛkɔ efie wɔn
Okay, but
sɛ
now
bia
Colano we pejano. Say I'm say the pejano na a 3-star general or 4-star general. It believe in
ɛna
a different.
wɔn wɔ rant na rant na wɔn wɔ no sɛ wɔampagya obi a mfiri soro hɔ na akɔpagya obi firi down a
Yeah, Obi a pejano free down. I think the CDS now about to say a 3-star general or free down class.
but yes ɔwɔ hɔ but
Yes, but Obi a train your opinion.
okay enti
Person enye sacrosanct.
mate aseɛ enti deɛ mesrɛ ne sɛ saa 15 generals na wɔn wɔ n'anim na wɔn bɛkɔ fie without wɔn time nsonoyɛ no na nka wɔntumi ntusu saa nkurɔfoɔ no emu baako kyɛn sɛ wɔbɛkɔ down okay ɛhɔnom ne nso no yɛsrɛ sɛ wɔn mfa hɔ nyɛ politics na nea me problem a me wɔ now ɛyɛ galamsey because galamsey yɛ adeɛ a ndc aban abɛnɛfiti a lot ama power a wɔn ba yɛ nyinaa fɔ galamsey a wɔn kaa sɛ wɔn ba a wɔn bɛtumi kyerɛ sɛ ghana nsuo nyinaa bɛyɛ clean sese yɛsi ayɛ west sese yɛsi dum so ayɛ west na me problem a me wɔ ne sɛ Adentina yewo position a yewo ideas yewo nyansa yewo nimodie yewo kwan ebefa so a yebetimi de aye bibi na yeba bedru aban ma na yewrefi eye me nwanwa because yewo opposition nyina na enimfe dum so ye ade a yeba power ebeye simple to say Ghana for ebe killing NDC be killing dum so quick. But say I hear west.
Okay.
Galam say I hear west.
Okay.
Ye city no say city no. Ye pounds were drew 20.75. And you are missing sika. Na wohwe kura na ye nwanwa because my ye ma bin say me pia cities no egu my account so but emwa because enura me sending 20 cedis a year 20 cedis 75 pay e wo Ghana abra na ye 17 cedis kura no na say e ye west
Okay.
the minister ni said adnoma de tutu akwan mu a ebema Ghana aye baabi a ye betimi atena no ma mfa no keke enka because ye mu bi no ni ye nim say entimi nye possible but ye the politics a minor still you know.
Hello, Nana. Wait, na article. Of Jerry, good evening, Yakwaba.
Good evening, if you're saying.
Adum, Pajentio.
Yo, me chair to you for
Also, Canada, Japan camp, me boy.
right.
Yeah, so what do you think about judgment? We 18 million, umbenye sikakutu ya na mbato ne dani bina.
If you are first of all, let me set the record straight. Obia wodu obia sikabia. I don't know where this is coming from.
Oh no, lawyer no crack can what I say. May read the judgment. So the jury awarded 18 million.
If jury awarded 18 million, has it passed through verdict? Judge na pasiana.
Say a judge natural judgment. No, the judge spoke.
Maybe.
But video way, the judge was speaking in this video, video way, and he mentioned 18 million. Hold on, my man started from
this video. I've watched it over and over.
And there's mention of 18 million. Which one are you talking about?
No video need. How many minutes video na kuta?
Yeah, but in this video, the judge mentioned 18 million.
Was it that 18 million? Judge can say it's been awarded.
Yes.
And I say, or say jury.
No, jury, no, I said jury need to take a decision. This is a jury trial, we're in a bench trial.
But it's not been assembly can be. It's the main issue. You bet the assembly in a man's side. If you are my church because when you hearsay, I was there.
You were in the courtroom.
I was there. I was there. Okay.
You know the judgment more than the decision of the jury more than the lawyers.
It's so disgusting.
I'm saying that you know the law and the decision of the jury more than the lawyers.
Yeah, even if it's a CR, will be better.
Because many Canada Japan lawyers crack as such that come in Nakasa. And there's another one, and then Nasan and Roy, and I was on the phone with them. They all agreed that the jury has awarded 80 million. Which one? What are you talking about?
If the jury have awarded that, judge in passive verdict. Jury, no, a group of 8 people.
12. We were 12.
12. The first initially was 8, and I told 12. And the idea some number 2 Sani part 12 no more share case in son yearly. Say there's a lot of videos crack. Can lawyers are gathered? We haven't showed that video yet. And during the combine on bell, almost about what was $18 million. And a judge in really said, this is what the jury are saying. Okay? A whole right away, no, can lawyers no a filing motion against is there a wrong verdict. Jury a judge in a friend say a mistrial. If you can mistrial, that tells you say obia ni for obia ni bim.
Dabi. That's not what it means. Mpacho nya sa na Mr. Ache. Mr. Mateche mu ha no beginning no. Mr. Ache say almost siginaye. There's a ruling, but achia. Ruling achia.
It is a ruling actually.
Mr. no control too broad. You can file a motion for mistrial on the basis of bias, said lawyer Chedako can, or on the basis that the judgment is against the weight of the evidence. There are so many elements to the mistrial. Into mistrial is big, but you won't teach bebre. Okay. In this case, no, the substantive matter, no. Canada Japan also work until talk to the lawyers. Canada Japan's lawyers are not contesting the substantive case. Substantive case, which is defamation, it has been established. Say what the lawyers are fighting is a so. Number two, what they are fighting say jury instructions now. Judge, you know, jury, because I'm telling you, this is not a bench trial, this is a jury trial. Jury trial is a jury in the decided, and your judge in a bench trial. Judge in Kwan decided. Over Jerry, judge in Kwan decided. And what they are saying is instructions now. Judge in the jury, no. Jury then, you know, my broso. Until therefore they should declare a mistrial. Until they are not going into defamation issue, no. Into almost some video be more court. Over Jerry, so what I say? Hello, Over Jerry. Well, we are Over Jerry for lawyers now, son. I was saying, baby. So, Over Jerry, maybe you have to speak to the lawyers before you come again. Because I spoke to the lawyers and running and saying, Barry, come out. Good evening.
Good evening, Atifia. Bibi aboko de nyamia say on said de bia ye ba app so a ye hwe ya no ye kas o ka se nkofo say munya attempt di ne ye kan nyina we ebe nsa na wo ahwe say o kasa na asem no unnim se asem ne se ne tia hwe o kasa mu ye we anya hwe Kennedy upon obetuma PSSK so no one be can say now they are trying to offer him $500, but the money was offered was 800 million. So $18 million is nothing. So he shouldn't just cry about it. We dear one go business be and into no say so the lawyer na on no asem no kan no and no mujina so. So and to me no dear men no make say yenhwe hu ye yakasa yi mu. Yenhwe hu ye. On say the bia make say ye ni hase e bedi atem. You have said, you know, be church, ya didn't send your money, bet my cost. It is a wooden say, who person go be from because Anas no, or international guy like how the lawyers were saying that what good news is saying that you mean air bono. And then to me, no crown say if said they try to go back and just try to do that, the money is going to be more. And the $18 at least no, he on one because it was 500 million they tried to give it to him. So I
don't remember so cancer mom. There wasn't
no, that's you. You know, there be no way more. You know, see the Baumia camp offer him 800 million.
So fanya then.
To join the campaign. On one Abeka yo, can a Japan Abeka yo, and was say the money that they offer was 800.
Now $800 million is $1
million. That is what on one can you.
On fanya campaign.
To join the campaign.
But what has that got to do with information the same way?
Me kase always ka obet metia. Always come metia.
Any kind of this is purely a court matter. In fact, campaign as same way.
Metia sio enya bit you make the can say enye sika emu oduma no. What do you mean?
Well, but me patrol, we can't think for him. To the end, the German.
Yeah, okay, Mati. You know, and yet, maybe I make us say obetmetria. And to the end, Yanuye. Next time, no, so obetna videos na catch up say, as my can, in Yinaswa. And in the permission, ye, maybe be a hand of a medrubiatem. And we here because in Nipana Midinatemno, Minimidi and Nipano Kovanasa and Nipan Mintrian bill. I don't know to bill. Yes, a senior bay a year money bet my possibility. What do I mean? Ghana into that one. And into I was see a share casa yemuye. And I last be a refuse last year, but last 2 years meant mamma so. Me catch us a bois papu. There you know, a muscle. It will basso. The demonstration that I'm just John und me Jeffrey. Yach of a mammy. Me won't be in a catcher.
You make broken heart action into you say cancer. Good evening.
Fine, no problem.
Okay,
it's so sad. I have my money. It's to me number for the one car. I mean, 18 always but that's not a small money. I don't think that will be part is going to easy. But as a crowd, I would have Ghana for today. Ghana friend and second EBI and only for court simply because they have the money.
Well, it's a couple of people ready for court.
Oh, but you tell here on local, here on yes, can court today. On time possible. On time.
But there are cases that be lose. I intend it.
But the
most read the court decisions. No, baby.
But you're back at the court party. Here for or Ghana there. When you see Kenipa or to the medical court, but they're unsure there be although the miscarriage now they have to talk about it, and if there's anything they can do about it, they can when I'm Ghana for, and they can do.
Well, I know they are here. You know, U.S. court. Where U.S. court? I said to Ghana.
No, can be there. Or no, you want to look at it. So far as the winner,
I feel man they are approaching it to see if they can.
So they have to do something about it. But each other Ghana Kono, they have to. I don't Yakichi. I mean, we are far behind. So other Ghana for you try that. Here first people he didn't Africa. Here you come and we boy first. But rather than Siciano, back at the here mommy had the answer. It's a Christian. Judicial system Nadina, they have to work on it. So when I put when if you are for forever. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yo, yeah, that's it, Mr. Hinton. Mr. Hinton say, yeah, enjoying Ghana home first. Brawley, good evening.
It's a fear, Michelle. I'm from Church of Bibia.
Yeah,
Kakra me mekan say mistress say ye nuaram Ghana for no. Mama ye adwene say broni judge e na judge ntino o yakopon wa je say broni judge dia na say o mu system ne na papa. Ye gi sa adwene ni free etirim. Na broni dia broni si dwene fa no e different from ye ne anas na te Ghana. E broni nye oni anas na te Ghana ho. Say bi generally say amoti to e dia koso Ghana ho ne say me be ka bibia be implicate o. Dia koso Ghana ho kofu nim. Kofunim die anas no bia omunim nyame bia o waye etimo mo bia so nyina wi nkase
ade ne the evidence na kasa o de o can say man be kam bia me implicate me da bi de make patch say court de ye de dance ye da ye adwuma Ghana kwani enim say yes akai uni evidence abra
Estefia na wo ka no evidence ya wo de o tuntum ye de kire wa bagye di no de kire buru no a wo no wagini
da bi enya no kre
wo de kire
there be no credit. They are telling say, yeah, no, yet any evidence because brony in the law is different. Uko UK, law is different. Germany, how can say free?
Because I free Germany,
more law is different.
Yeah,
and Norway is different. Obia law maybe a different. They no say the other country we non Gini, but Obia law is different. That's what it means.
Yeah. Now maybe here me passport and say the market say na Ghana system na ye judge no me say no call kind of names. Omu isa adwene from muche broni omo nya adwe say broni ya de a broni de papa chen o de ye way of thinking ye system me nya mra kra ye kra no o se ye based on ye any system enye broni de so it is the first obi akọ ayi ne okọ court no court na aka na bro ayi court yenka na kore e wo ho ye camera eti ye hu sa de na mra na ye ka wo yenka na kore eti entre say be honorable ken on kana kure o iti yenyi sa adwene ni free etirim so because o kan say oni evidence ni yi on kana kure no ko funja asasem ne kan ho no nye ne kure ne ko kan ye ko kan ayi aka say asem kure ko kan evidence ene ye ko kire wo ho evidence wo kire bruni ana so de kire na kwanu ntu no ho mra no yenyi sa evidence ni a o ye hu wenyi ene nche so on kana kure ene oni evidence so na say fia mebusa say bache o be fan say ye titi internet yu ye bi mu di atem na ye di panyini bi atem na panyini no oben me anaso o meme anaso o me panyini na me feel say wadi me tribe atem anaso wadi me panyini atem a meti magina mu asi unipa no ama na ye adwuma
ube da bi sanya wo na wadi watem enti nipa na ono wadi ono na atem no ono na waso osiu ono na enti emremu ne obi afa ne standing omo a wudina nchen ne mfa ho agi se bia wo be ka se bia sebi anipa na kan anwafo asa na ya anwunani a wo se affect o bi sa na o di nipa kro na ye bo ni di ne ka ho so that ebe ma wo so wenya nyina so wo be court a e wo so otumi nya locus otumi nya standing nyina so na wo de ko obi asem wo kofa you court be ka se wo ni standing ba wo di nipa na kan ho na wo so because wo ye ne kro mu de hie no nti no ye na e kan se wo ho wo de kan ho ka wo betimi asiu no
Okay, any internet is super start here.
Oh, make an also musio.
Good. Because you know, Abuchira, now, officer, the Bimutimi so penny would dinner to Maltifia, no command. But I won't say, Sam Brady or Honoma. It's me here to my Nina is a cow being at all. Tea is a fear that so pass when you're now treachery. And I must be
so we need them with you. Mamma mo be unfunny who they say they also be as you.
I was the biggest
and also not actually was as no Sagana crown and Nipanakan or there or Bekabi wa broach it. Same go for it to broach or not to broach at Omacon.
Sister, I say, I know if you want to feel come job bicycle to oh, then quite crowd or Sicaba near Quageno. And you get bicycle.
Who they sue no Yari? And no, in near my baby, I catch any suno or Nisika cross, you know. Usu New York Bepes Canaba.
Mate.
Because Uni Sicano now coca be as a ma, Onam Crana, Sa Sicano, and who some any susum the way.
We are beginning, Matthias. That's it.
Yeah, most of my brooch any to me to be $20 na euro. You better
say we fast as you know.
Because the way I am my crime for fooding of whatever in your face.
Yeah, and very bad, But that's the stuff. Yeah, Michelle.
Man, now to us a I don't like Jebro, Peso Casano, so a camera and I what to scammer message or the about see this short video. If you are mistaken on the trial, don't mind the lawyer. He was just lying to you. No, lawyer is not. You just want to believe what you want to believe. You just want to believe what you want to believe. So this is what Nano and now somebody judgment. That's what he said.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I stand before you not just as a journalist, but as a witness to history, a child of Ghana's turbulent past, and a soldier in the fight for truth. Yesterday, in the Essex County Superior Court of New Jersey, an 8-member jury delivered a unanimous verdict holding Kennedy Agyapong, former Ghanaian MP, liable for defamation and awarding damages of $18 million.
Okay, so this is a statement that announced after a judgment. But my fucking Gusto said about the credit. King Gusto, but what's an asema why? Me person be behu or chinane bia o baby da hona. Hey, mobile internet na quite true. Tino I steady. O the other pass. And then go for the SUC woman. Well, the boy now a help would be the wa. Obi akosi for infliction of emotional distress. Can I guess to her, mayn't you?
Femina junior, but guess to them do school to no go.
Okay, yo.
Because of Germany, Frankfurt. Because every boy basso. Oh, now I same way, not send me a shot. Sister Fia. A good says had the mature as you say, a survey as a precedent to the TikTokers. And I will be on YouTube. Say, maybe or yeah, yenim says here, say, Use will be ding. A bra will need evidence here. Maybe brother no casaro. You know, Germany here. Bro need the evidence in a casa. Ye my Mugana. Ye de no cre and a casa. Bro need the evidence and was not taken as a no crena walker. Tien share no casa. Who will beat me you, a girl whoever you are. Mammy, I mean, shiro, Ghana for. Sir, send it as what a warning to Kevin Taylor and Trini Donas. A beer quiet was said. They are these two are the public figures. Our platform is some media. So Uko Ghana, Bo Diabu baby. And tis a move here. Nigan and Ibia over here. And the junior.
What do you say? Judgment that almost that our Ghana. Not judgment to her. In fact, there's another one involving a Sankuma judgment or any skaketwa. 200 million, then yes, Kakito, 200 million Ghana cedis was saying. It's that may be the bito. Indeed, no more, I know the moment to 30. Yes, Kakito.
In this year, who say, so Ghana now, what about what to do? But baby, I want say Nipano residents or our own. Also, to me about the you or some no. Timan Major, do Munya careful, especially Kevin. And that's opinion, Mr.
Yes, we are that's baby. Obi anya careful no penny can o te say emfa ho say won te Ghana ba bia o ti bia e betime de case na to assuo ama obeboka ye beton ho niema abrocho ombetete wa uni sika no kombe due ma payment plan ombetete wa nti ye nyina additional de ma ye nyina ye very very careful emra ne bi obi ama mu so ofo se bi Ghana na obi ntumi nya ohwe a oman foforo so de obi betimi a obi and in the case of Canada Japan say ye interview no ba ko US so that is why the case now the US a court no has jurisdiction to hear the case. So what because one can't say no America there enunko. But o can't say no America ha. And so can't say no cross o Ghana na what say America so and so America court betimi edi wasem. And ye nim say na a kinga so okay. Bebre TikTok ni ade o to UK or to Germany or to US. And ye betimi asiu any of those countries. Any of those countries on betimi asiu. Or even crown more. She said, "A sankoma money I do move you and for Ghana. And a free neck will be as you will be our Ghana. Say Nippon to America or to UK or to Germany no can't say my soon or men you know Ghana. Soon or chrono was no. Nayanji judgment entiano. Yo a black woman, mamma, good evening, Aquara.
Oh, good evening, Steph.
But you ain't you.
Another why you show no one
Yeah, that's it.
What I take from this is my problem by the Ghanaian judiciary system. Let us not pretend it is highly flawed. There are so many stories. What's here? Just by logic and common sense. How do such a person actually get the judgment he or she got? It will be out to Krana Obokrafno. And this
Obrakwame. Mzo don't say me a bibi suntina at the chrono. Yes, I know. I take on a don't say me a bibi so Obrakwame.
May show some camera.
Very well. I switch it to another camera, but it's okay, Kasa.
Camera, okay. So same case. Or the call Ghana. Utie Jolie Kolendi.
I feel one mute you. I don't know what mute you. Now, some name so.
Maybe where's the propose?
O cameras no doors until they else are no hand. Tisatibium. O see, you have an issue with Ghana judicial system, no?
I have a serious issue with it.
Okay.
Some of the cases so clear. If you have me, some of my friends and some of my friends' parents, your mama from Ghana, what the case now? Like even common without the law, common logic crowd will show you say, I think we party and but okay, but catch yourself. And you know, friend, Imran Imran is fasting so that no credible babble. Evidence in now. You to bring evidence to make sure say, as some now can no say no crowd be in a so agent. Into be about to court and cannot create a camera and you know. Imran is fasting to make sure say no credible babble dead. Look at what the Supreme Court judge, it was Clinton and a Troll when the case moved to Supreme Court. A stemma of Troy and no prepare pen a jury, making sure that it happened, and the guy got justice here. Yeah, yet if we have evidence of judges taking bribes.
Out of how many? Omo anasi omo video omo ye just kakrebi against your judges bebre abagana.
Kakrebi, but ya ultimate judges we are seeing now. But that little sample he took, even if 20% or 30% cry, yes, Anna, that is a lot. That would let a lot of people lose their properties. That would put a lot of people in prison that they're not supposed to be. And this should cite as an example. So judges need here, they should sit up. Some of these judges are.
But to be fair, Bra Kwame, your judges in Bebrema very good judgment. Vaya Monte.
I know. Oh, yes, okay. Normally, who the case cry now, who feel it says, me say, sir, a birth certificate case. could do up to a net mentality. Because for logic, like judgment should at least basically make logic and reasonable sense. Say Uber to me the birth certificate. After apply for passport and you get it. The passport makes you a citizen, but the birth certificate doesn't. It makes absolutely no sense. But I say I'm running, no. I say I'm money make sense. So court na complete. It bothers me a lot because as I'm no court now if you don't have the faith in the court now and then obi uriade okuma sani abu okun.
Yeah, say GD no conform. Okay, I get your point.
It's a documentary by there were some judges almost 13 microphone class bribe our family remember watch. So they're absolutely good judges. I know some of the judges that I live by judge they were brilliant. But how many of them? And the Supreme Court requires the
But you see, I don't know about because my funny say Ghana judges the omunye because mama America Supreme Court abortion the year omuko can say road versus Wade. I don't know because America so the court here bogus. Now see America the sacrosanct, Ghana the any. There are bad systems everywhere.
Oh, make us say sacrosanct. I mean, America, we have a problem with judges and you vote you. What was this? There was this musician. Musician EKC. Akoya Okojina Jubilee House. Rap music. Philadelphia boy.
Mick Mill.
Say a man who said judge didn't have a personal problem with him. It's not Chinitum. But when we were able to find out, she got fired. So,
I said Ghana to judge say who say be Omakoji Bibi, they were also fired.
And then who Abu Fona throw a case to Chini?
Yeah.
I call it the criminal, a Ahmed case.
No, that was not the reason.
That
was not the reason. We heard it. That was not the entire reason.
To listen to this case by and call the person that has brought his grievance a criminal. It's like Judge Colin the Church said, it was a travesty of justice. Because on judge, Supreme Court judge in a share, as some of them go to I was Madam Bray Judge Yanadi. And we should be able to be bold to call out. Sir, or more one Kasa judge me and actually to anything.
One Kasa judge one.
Like one Kasan who here, like if there's a case
contempt,
contempt.
Maybe I know there's one Kasan who you say, or my order nowhere in this one.
I mean, like you say, case in the banana will discuss the crown and can hear.
No, and I say no detail. Case court. That court is a court of competent jurisdiction. Wouldn't him say would mean the intina de assemble court. In the other court, you leave the judges to deal with the case. In this house, Kasana say. Over so the 2 million now, wow, they are court in free of himself. That's why it's contemptuous.
No, dictate me now, Kuya, so you can come out and say something.
Oh, now say, we judgment, they'll be all right to come with him. We are chose the contempt.
Oh, me, it's
our Ghana. You dictate me any of my judgment. Obia who can so Canadian judge in the crowd. In fact, judges no cry, no to make a command chair or money animal judges for.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
high court, no court of appeal. Court of appeal got to make a Canadian chair high court. Say we went didn't ye.
Yeah. Supreme Court judge in the not citizens or Kirby High Court judge.
Yeah, yes, system ain't that bad, sir. I want you to
system if you look at it, straight jacket, okay, you're perfect. And you're now on interpret the system. That's where the problem is. And because we are not allowed, Ghanaians now, our culture, it's a Japanese no. We are overly polite.
Okay.
We are not allowed to express ourselves. As a Japan for another beer, such a different film. I pray the Bonepa, but when you choose to think. So I think that with the evidence that announced the buy on that video, with some of the stories we've heard, some of our people, some of the things we've been through, our system has to be looked at again. Judges have to be vetted much better before we put them into the helm of affairs. That's how I see it.
Okay. Yo. And the now as a black woman, also don't trust the judicial system. No, you check your judges near there. What may agree with you say. I was here to me building the confidence of GDN Arishima, your man for no war your system. No, we have a long way to go because GDN they are kakakra. I say I'm crop for they need GDA or your system no musa. Inti and because a BB and a coaching BB ba. So huntino say case court need 10 years, 20 years. Mem papa dying be case say debate 20 years for court. Yes, I na GDA na it wasn't kofonya was system no na GDA na ba form. I think that's the point and na kwam making say ye ma GDA mra system no be the case kokota no wa ratio say yes case we ye bedi ni years so luzu kra obeji atum beautifully kingdom citizens say if you how many cases have small judges sat form I clearly side with Kwame. Well, small judges that's the problem. Small judges in the district court judges judges never. There are more than in a month, more than 2,000 cases go to court. More than from Obiabe family banche. Obiabe, they do a lot of cases. But yeah, no some most bloggers na mutio. So you don't follow any case. This is a case be abana involving celebrity be anamobete. So anything among cases. Also if they prepare, I just need your address now. Now the gate is open. I'll be me and oh, Bacho, you are very welcome. Come. File the case in Krana watch it. File the case no, never evidence in our court and there. Obi and so can grab a crime make you filing fees amount. Say, Ufuso be a defemiwa. Go ahead. Now I'll say, why not Ghana? Is it lack of confidence in the judicial system? Pacho, no so on say. Canada, Japan can't send no Ghana. No, Sanko ye interview no ba US. Enti na case we no you dey call US court no so at ha ka wan kasa wo US there enka case we enka enko US court but okoye interview back wo US that is why ke announce the case we e dey call court no ha enti nyese bia obi ni GDA wo Ghana judicial system it's because this one the statement was made in the US and if it was made in the US there na just say US court no and na e was say obem what I say ha intia or see if the law in America and other country works for everyone, why is it that of Ghana only favors the rich and the poor will continue to suffer? Well, and the thesis solve the problem. Make a point now person making. Hello, over there, where you need to call your first time to make your point,
Me internet, I don't know.
Bawo mpacho betimi akoso akasa.
Otemenka.
Yeto nka mpacho go ahead.
Never.
Onti nka na.
I'm trying to see.
And then mpacho your sister yeto nka so if you don't hear us this I don't know why onti nka. Dick I see exactly that is what triggered the jurisdiction yes because can US. And you can't say no America there, not just obey to me you America. And I say Ken, and I say, and I so mumu be answer to America there. The US court can also have jurisdiction over them. What you say, into nothing and no yes, over there, my auntie about your Casamayan.
Yeah, if you are not, me no Casano, lawyer that could friend.
Tim Pacho, because we make the point.
He said, and no kind one TSE. Go unlock it. First of all, jury near 8 and yet 12.
Okay.
Second, and now, Obian Wardo Nisika. Jury was discharged.
Over James and our internet and Bessa Obeka Sentino. Well, the jury has been discharged because jury they have issued their own verdict. The jury has awarded 8 I don't even know why you don't want to understand this. The jury has awarded 80 million. But let us not be the one who are going back and forth. the aka no mon court na mon resolve it. Why? Yeah, my yeah, na Rebecca say let's because lawyer Chida Kona kasa my friend asked so many times to speak. And I want said what I have seen is that the jury has awarded. I think Canada Japan camp Kasa sent me a video, no, a statement. And in the statement, they said that on Friday the jury returned a verdict and awarded 18 million damages against Canada Japan. This is from Canada Japan camp. And if jury name award of 18 million, then what are you talking about? There's an award of damage that the jury has awarded against Canada Japan. And after during the year, you may be na judge ne dismiss it almost. So what you say? I don't know this back and forth now. Oh yeah, no. I wanted you to speak because this is from Canada Japan lawyers and a Sunday way, mommy. And I have spoken to a son and American. I don't know a issue be a could be a Prince. I see you, but your background if you what you are now. My way you know bleedy. If you were go say contraband be our way. I don't think it's a problem. Be just ye background if you were na me found to so that because I uche wanya minyesho say bibi boni be our own person be you are free to speak. Also, I think he means that the small judges do not get to sit on a lot of cases. Well, judges in Kumano, cases change. Judges are case no Supreme Court the case here Supreme Court of regional jurisdiction and a court Supreme Court. And in your case, be an court judges never form no do most of the cases. Prince, mammy, tell me see your background if you because I might here background no chief for anything.
May try say me ye free ho until the mobi mra me free ho we am.
Nana Kofia Casadada. David, also saw camera no na emfa o emra. When one saw back settings, I will bet me ye free. I'm already automatic. And that's why it's a ISR no. Me too.
Yeah, media me pese me can brakwa me de no say Ghana yenye very careful. Say award no ye okay because of based on evidence. But the OCA who say the same case as the nyantechi de court. The non lawyer no can he do baby on person or more verify say or no one need the dance no. Controversy so obey any man now win anymore. Ghana intino or jidis obey to me a book. I judge for name Tiana say on ye, but they should judge the case based on information or diama. And so by US no one for the same strategy, send me the evidence na mama. It munina so muate, but hono the okoko yi nanim.
I'm saying no prosthetic so no mo kan ye nanim na no.
Oh, certainly me of course. Me minima nas. Inti by any means no. Eye de ya it say NDC for elusu last time. Omo ya akwesi bocho report no. Omo jitu mu a na wo taking it serious. Inti say anas nko for be admit ya. And so be wa adwinfin bi a okọ start akọhwehwe no. Inti this is nothing new. Say ombekas washa na won share me minim no. But what I'm trying to say is say no physical appearance no in US court no was there. And that's also the difference between the Ghana one. Into Omuamukra no Oma respect Ama Ghana court no. But they expect the same judgment. And then I be before you also very, very careful. You respect your own. But you are near the to afufro. Me who difference no. Me sure say Ghana the no so original evidence no said you the Irene award wahana. Oyin enim no nkodia dance na akwesi nyantechi. Ana say a Canadian Japan yen charge o mubi na standard na ye pe ba skill mo na mo ya lawyer for skill no ba akode wa mamu ayi du ba akode wo se there be ebe wo from but munina sumu aten I think say it doesn't help. Second issue am person make ho asem generals no de no nemitie Achim Central ewo asempa said the earlier speaker no be kan no. The retired military be afraid intervention say yes, say or a lower ranker or more above him no will have to go home. And now a sa as an MP or yes of for me 15 or more. ahead of Saad the meaning say by military they will have to retire. And I say I was say abrano assign you to another civil service. And yes, they cannot because all mesalutu no junior and by army I believe said that is the case. And you're careful where you go because yes, sir. So when we need next election, now MPP should be winning. No, Kokofo be lower rank, then he pay 50 and not 30, and no one here and military for no or influence and a cuckoo no baby. So for the peace of the country, we should be very, very careful. In as much as I may sure say you who or move ye no deputy. Obaya President Mama Baya or so deserve no. We're pushing up. Into me sure say among the 15 no. Obi or why a so munina MPP for crana. Obey a little bit neutral. That person could have been taken. Sebeya, you better avoid this. No money. There was some time ago before election. No, radio Mr. Rama, one of panelists or Tabapa, where a young man made a finity or say, or mochi no normal bono cat 300,000 B. And nothing and no reason or per se MPP lose election because a new chief firm. And or set a crowd ho baby or mochi no bono car. Until what ya bruchri, edim rasu tia taxes, emo develop mine. We are Ghana na banyachiwa. And we are raising enough to propagate, say ye abandon through her. Yenya so ba ni edi empanyu for atem say, and I empanyu for the omukwa bruchra so moon. Abroche, other than a duane normal better tax no. Was salary no be almost 30%, maybe or Canada 8 months in America say 30% or more. A qua mine home to benye BI do be Ghana and nipa saying it ya. This if you memo be a cabinet and me emotion and to make us and I into Ghana for see a bear Ghana year free ice water seller equity president because Ghana and EBI corrupt, especially journalists for more the solid no na mama asem no
you corrupt then I'll be cut especially journalists what was an animal
momo na more influence
Debbie only pay the same standard to suit your crona near this to be
let me say me come
the journalists will influence now politicians don't influence and I will be
Ghana ni bia
yeah but I would say especially there and there is
example that was one
public accounts committee race no say your journalists wodi also mo no mu Ghana
there be say share bicycle and cra me ko electronics na me teacher bi oba 2 hours no oba ya kumu dije no lesson time ye de betro note in the afternoon no extra time no wachirichim nti yen ane ye ni ska betua no ye nya bi ono no to obefre politicians so you corrupt ba o use time na me ne ye de atua me fees no to do something else and no na me parties nti yen Ghana for yan sesan yesubanya ye de Yesu Kristo kra ba Ghana enye yi electricity mu ya na dum so ba na mo complain na wuntu esika no aban no bekwa akofa sika ba by the way me MPP ni sa na me lenient but I believe say mama mo betimi a edum so no a omo ewie no nyina no has to start paying no manya sika akoto fa no bi di asokane ano because wo ji sika no gu botom na aban na akobo bosia dia ba ebedu ba bi bosia na okosra na ye kru ya yi so se pese o man ye yi a e wo se nyina start se ye asede se o man bapa na Ghana ye me da se bebre memo bi so aka
prince ajuma ye to ye da se bra udinu po me hu de me hu aye healing mo ahwan
Oyni
mba jo se edi ne ye den
it's a fear Tony
Tony okay mba jo enti o
one or 3 minutes the fear
ene me fie ni me bia wa ye kesinti na me hu no
it's a fear obo training go studio
oh good e wo me newsroom ana he
this room o bene
ane wa ye kesinti na me hu ni pakro no yo
pick one number the second question be regarding Nyamete after this verdict Nyamete will hope senadoye ye program be say enano partner say no what you say verdict no my no my pass say 80 million
and where jury award verdict na fe na be on metro
okay so it's not the verdict no
No, sir,
Okay.
I feel like judge no better verdict na final one na judge no be. See that will come in a
Okay.
couple of days. Where jury verdict,
Okay.
jury award. Until I
Yeah.
say a part of the verdict, part of it.
Okay. Could it be said here, no, or Chirumu say, before say verdict in the Bevan, things could be overturned? Is it that say a bit me, yes, sir, when I'm a lawyer with my church room?
I know there. Judge their verdict no their beba no beba pepepe judge no so bugu so chro award on be chro their account o chro but and also nkyere say Canada Japan lawyers into me file na make catch so mo file motion for mistrial cradada.
Oh, okay.
And as lawyers so say en serve omo nti say en serve omo de omo nim say obi afile bibia. But I think Canada Japan call for no be my file omo en any china ya. So they will serve them.
Okay.
Until they filed the motion, but I don't know a motion for mistrial. But
okay.
the judgment in the final one, it will be there. It will be binding until say, motion for mistrial no ombewie.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
that one will be binding until say. I just say, yeah, oh, judge, baby, I'm filing motion. I'm okay. Yen holding on your fashion fridge. Because he said a motion for mistrial no ombewie. But for now, the award and is the controlling a now.
Oh, okay. So if you have not watched him clear, mama, na aye be o say nchiremu amma yenti. That's so what clear hono. Yo. So if you have actually
Yo. Now they who are here. I think I've been America now Atlanta me boy.
Me go number nanti.
To where you be Atlanta one other one.
More higher.
Okay. Atlanta they when you be near and papa didn't no problem. That's what it. Me too catch. I'm happy to see you. Ofa je na na dia minim se wo internet. Internet na mo aswete sa no.
David, my heat too much.
What brava akuna no by first pa ko just my ball up.
Because Afia idea no there's a lot of misleading in between.
It's not can lawyers and person because I've been harassing them very
the clue why they don't want to say anything. One, courtroom or nankasa. They want everybody not to video. You can take pictures, but you cannot video. Anas has video without even what video judge in a movie. That is another case where lawyers they are not going to say anything. I'm telling you, sir, this is where it's far more than what we are doing right now.
Anas lawyers say munina or say omu permission or court.
Yo,
omu person omu video because momo say ne ba no mu hu say mu de obi edi machi. Eji omu koje tie permission.
Okay, so court
to video, yes. They went for permission. Yes. And the court granted them permission to video.
That is why
independent journalists be but they went for permission to video.
Who judge in a culture on permission to record even the judge himself.
Yeah, also they have permits to video. Yes.
All right. Yes. I can form a trade tonight. When the time is right, we will see. Say whether the judge allowed them to video or they told them they can only take videos. There's a specific instruction by the door. A lot of us our phones were taken from us, except nipa mienupe. Phone. One of them was kicked out. I don't know where they got all these videos from. And we are one. Two. During the world of that 18 million. And yet verdict yet. I found the ebedi assembly. It's a judge in the go through. Whether or not is going to stand or not. You judge where he's going to.
Asam the major the actual substantive case because miss
it's not established.
There is no way a jury bema award share substantive case.
Never. During it's not. I'm telling you. Please.
Me say jury ma award yen carry substantive issue no because or ma award the chere say me hu say wagu ehu fin.
Okay, do you know say do you know say the jury was chased away and dismissed and say yeah discharge until we are going to form a whole jury again?
You are using 2 words. Discharge any dismiss a many different things in under US law mpacho. Tina me say I tobo.
Okay, they were dismissed. Right now, they are going to form a whole jury team again. A whole month. Say, go through whatever the cases. And now, some go through whatever cases. In a month's time, the date is there, but I don't know, say it's out yet. I can't mention.
The date is not out.
Okay. He only say a month, 1 month later. Obesha, let Anna now read if you would do me the honor and a favor to read
and all the way a statement will be a true.
Read it to the end.
Yeah, but any letter I'm obedient assembly. Okay. It's not a letter, it's a statement. And then they all send the mammy.
Right.
It's a statement, it's not a letter.
Okay, that's exactly what happened. I'm telling you for a fact. Okay, hearsay, the M1, Anas was so quick to come out just to redeem his image because they are told to say, or you're investigative terrorists in Ghana. Let me take this opportunity to come out to also redeem my name and tarnish my opponent. Who told him to come out right now? Adia is against the ruling. Because I'm running to say you back out. All my evidence is say one man is Sikana. Nobody has given him any money. He's making Ghanaians say they say no Agyapong between $18 million. If you mark my word, today's date, right? Even $50, I'm not seeing it. He will end up paying more. Mark my word. I'm telling you. That I don't know why he like to do this.
No, Jerry, I also nyabo kakra Jerry. Lawyer Ocheda ko say, Oma filing motion for mistrial. Motion no, and no na ye train date no. What I say? Enti no number and panel new jury no if the court approves of the motion.
And then again,
but Nina is subject to the court's approval of the motion for mistrial. And mistrial nature say there's a jury where and achia. Enti new jury.
Thank you.
Na new jury no emra, but tie to bonsa.
Okay.
U.S. federal court a civil procedure rules the mono. Say I was say judge for ejitum say judge we say no or jitum say ane jury way I a mistake because lawyer Ocheda argument to making it say judge name my jury instructions jury no bro say instructions no so enti enunti and normal filing motion for mistrial but the judge has to agree first before new jury panel ebebem say wa agree not just an award of 18 million and no better. And don't be emotional about it. This is court.
This is during the car, they put the key word if Kennedy Agyapong is found guilty, we will award him the $18 million. It's in a if woman there. Say. Or you're guilty. I don't know. Only party and class or better guilty. There's so many things ahead of us. I feel I wish say they would have allowed me also in there to record. But I wasn't allowed. That's why you don't see me in the camera. I was way back. But the cost would be a 2 year to be near TBU.
Enti what Jerry, I don't know, be busa question. Abubakar had say during man award be then Canadian Japan lawyers are file remetita. Remetita ne chair say opese ya 80 million or so. Enti if there is no way Canadian Japan lawyers be file remetita. Remetita chair say court na kan ho asem na me si say ampa wagu obi hu fi. Na was so pata nipa 80 million. And also lawyers are filing say, my lord, 80 million de aburo so. Enti munte so nemra form.
Lawyer Ben no ko file remetita.
Mo lawyers no ma file remetita no.
Evidence no is let the Ben.
Na enti Canadian Japan lawyer say na comedy draw.
He say no, me pa chew.
Dabio, one the customer Canadian Japan. One the customer Canadian. Ochedako ka ho anonka ho.
Ochedako ka ho.
Enti so no ka so ma file remetita ho na yen san ko buza ne biom.
Eti lawyer Dako na ka say you file for.
Lawyer Dako no nyina me ne wo phone so. Enti say mo file remetita de ne remetita ne fi hin e bae.
I don't know where that came in from, but anyway, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm telling you what I know. It's a formal new jury now, and then we proceed. There's a lot of evidence, even as we're speaking right now. No, Ken has never even shown anyone evidence. Yeah, lawyers allowed way announced to flow to tell his story because on the case not the court yet. It allow him to flow and end. And right there, no, on last week, Friday, I'm not sitting there and pretending like crying. They threatened to kill me. They killed one of my guys. And that was Abrofu. Anas was crying. Actually, I was there. Abrofu is very emotional. And they got that feeling, they got that touch. And I'm saying, okay, say this and say the jury Emma order say. During but you should not look at the emotional part, but look at the exact problem. No, namu found results from me judge, and they came in and judge who say, I didn't know no. They rule it by emotional because a man wanted the coach now. Bema 1, a man 7, only 1 man. And hey, the guy's life is in danger. They're gonna kill him if we go to Ghana. We have to stop this. That crap doesn't work here. And the judge is well known about it. Not what dismissing this jury said. They went beyond for instruction of the mom. No, the judge, you know, it doesn't tally. It doesn't match. It is a say no. We only give the judge a tip of an iceberg, one video per or show you and say the case adjourned to next week. We took everything. Next month, it's in Adum. Not say next month you rule assembly. Not say even 50 cents to cry now. If I won't come to this show anymore, he will never penny kobo. He will end up paying. Mark my word, because of the judge now are recording about video. We will make sure I'm running behind your Ghana. When and they say no, the whole can you know it's not about saying case. No, I'm not saying to me improve. They say, Mama, I'm saying emotional. No, no, Ghanaians, Ubel the Ghana is here. No, be watching. No, Ubel the Ghana near Miajia. None you be watching, and we need to stop that. All this that is going on. No, Agyapong wasn't fighting for himself. He was fighting for his party. That's how you say US the inform. American inform say he was fighting for his party. Friends are not the other court and he said, "What go me who fi?" They do fighting for a party and form and for judge. No, I'm not saying about America right now. No statement ni. I'm talking about Ghanaians now. They are jubilating. Sir, and I tell you, there's a lot of them, including a lot of MPP, who are happy. They are happy about the same way. The same way. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. But you know what? God is the judge. And another Cambrofubi, the battle is the Lord. Agyapong, King Kong ain't got shit on him. So I said, maybe use Suale and then become American. King Kong ain't got shit on that man. Sure? Let him throw that tantrum. When the law start working now, you better understand how America. This is not Ghana. Ghana, Ghana or the max is sending him. Was he able to put marks here? That's
mask and anything in our union.
Before all yes, I don't know. His passport was captured. Okay? Yeah, man, silicon metal wedding on now we all know who are nurses. When the time is right, we're gonna expose his stupid ass. No. We're not going to sit down for this to destroy the country. We're not going to sit down for us to destroy Ghana, a country we love so much. Yeah, but I don't want to hear nothing from them because
just listen to the lawyers and almost say what be who fee say or you're criminal, you're convicted. No, what's about the catches will come Chinese for? You can't say for evidence, bro. Confirm more be I do almost say wow moje you know. After what's evidence in the buy. Or say I'm on the buy.
And no evidence I buy or the better. It's I'm telling you, don't listen to them. They are lying. What can I Japan confirm evidence is all confirm punching and confirm better and say Chinese for you kukum. This is all fabricated
America court to me the lawyers they know the ethical rules.
They say, and he swear on the oath. And now I'm Ghana. If I'm telling you, this is not Ghana.
There been two of Opa just say I'm not swear no din trunk. I didn't change a perjury.
Because my for now, you are saying until proven innocent, you know. Everybody is not guilty.
There be where any criminal case over.
No, say, judge, you know, what does all intro so intro? We have to prove the judge and your canon, you know, correct. If you come with evidence and fact and data, now they are trying judge, you know. The judge only saw a little video, a tip of the iceberg. Meaning lawyer or the train, no, me more did. Or short video, and they said, oh wow, that was exact way. 18, let's wait. Or when the lawyers are our lawyers, we will tell them, say, we live here in the United States. And from my rule of law, a year, Juma. Court now, you are somehow in front of the courthouse. A video throw tantrum to Ghanaians. You owe me $18 million. Almost that, on my letter, it says this kind of man.
Listen, it can be a bit take time and send their man.
It's all fabricated. And nothing gets shit. Oh, Nyakobo. If I'm telling
you. What for Nedia?
Bengue.
Capre. And then why emotional pa?
Bengue not do me flop like now. And not Bengue not do me flop. I don't know.
But it's back Canadian Japan saying because I know lawyers say more lawyers say crab share or my be poor. I say more na mo be share o.
And some no work court it try not to say much. On the team and they walk to us. Do you think that Ken will stood that law to walk to us? If you what are you talking? You act like you don't know Ken.
Nanya Ken one was in the lawyers.
It's never true. Ken would now before lawyers don't they're going to ask permission from Ken. That is not true. They walk to us. Midna be car no midna no. Midna no walk to us. It's make our. There's a lot going on. I'm not going to say it here. Let's wait. Judge say in a month's time. We don't want to prejudge. I don't know what one is 18 million. And Wababejina public. And Wabejana Numabu Ghana for say a money 18 million. Yeah, awarding 18 million to the second Japan or Bessan check 18 million in the near future. They are manas. It's a nas to be right now or Pepron train or the 18 million or by charity. Or by obesi one with the chroma. It's fine. When the time is right, you can be able to create. It's right now. No. Yeah, yes, sir. Because if the case is not done, can I Japan it can tell a case no Mukoyen? Mr. be bad who said Ken lost. Who said Ken lost? Ken won the case. Emma, yes, you can Japan can tell a 9 million. Ken rejected or say where because you know Oscar. He just want to silence the boy. No. We just we can't jail Mumeka. Or throw a gun in it. I did now circulating social media. You join us on our new abuse again, fanche.
I remember the case was filed in Virginia. The case was filed in Virginia.
Yeah.
And you know, someone sue it was filed in Virginia.
And then I can't see Mumekai. He didn't pursue. He never pursued it. Okay. He just it was.
But you want to say can or Jersey and now New York.
Oh, fear.
Okay.
Oh, fear.
Is he okay? Is he okay with the
question? He's more than okay. He's more than okay. He's kicking.
But there's a more okay. But Ken Nakasa do you okay?
No. Ken don't care what is good. So no. By the what is circulating, if you're moving your tea, and be kumayati because if you know are prejudging, like you are not there, but who can be? And then the TV3 said the guy began starting and a guy and stop hey, right there. There's no judgment ruling. I don't know. Also, Anas have won his case. What do you mean by won? One. So if somebody won case, that means everything is done deal. Yasa here. The next day, Ken is writing a check. And I said how he's going to do the payment in installment, whichever the case may be. But the case is not done. You can't send me here. How would you sit on your TV shows and ask one? Right there, no, that guy, no video be cry. The guy stop him or say, no, it's not like that. I feel there is truth to this. But some of us, we're not going to say in the public. And many soon, that is why as some manager can I feel me intro. He said, I don't do that. That is why I went to the courthouse and sit at the back to watch everything that is going on. Okay? My motive, I mean, the court said, now, the person who announces. Because I quite went I mean, any 3 years, and or you know, Ghana for announcing by or change the time. Or sorry, announcing me say, it cannot stop now. There will be a time of announce who call curfew in Ghana and will be after that. Because we worship Anas like God. Who is he? Who is it? This criminal? Oh, dear.
Said to me and prove say he's a criminal. How 80 million? Who be repeating the same thing? I'll bet me also.
Me prove Ukraine. He was ruling Ghana so investigative general a terrorist. It is all pursue. I don't pursue subject no rules.
Well, I know it was a claim. It was never proving. It was a claim. It was never proving. But as I see, I mean, I court. You notice now what court no? A notice board no so. Motion for a mistrial no more file here. Maybe I'm a friend lawyer. Because I'm filing or china maybe. But
one of the bro.
Second, I mean, to me minimum cover. Minimum cover. Into also court about to notices board.
Yeah,
me catch obi so ntwa ma me na we twa na but mu de anim nti me ebi ha say I no anti it will take a while no ma
take a while they're going to get it before end of the week.
Okay obaje kuma to ya mate na kan ko edipo why na bolo unia be ma jod boate wasre sa o si kuma to ya
who said Ghana ni age a and we need to stop that.
Anas so am can same way fa no so and na ya na
mami ka sem tro obi ntan Anas but say unia pa ni jeja ye dia ponche koto no say wa dia ponche say wabusu ani ni jeje na odi arehu anya stroke ane omo awu all because of this boy. No evidence oh tama de afia say me no udi nkomo na me so thank you so much go there so mo je na fato isu no mu kofia me dey ma wo na wo je no ma capture that part me we are no ma koye voice over to so na me dey abeg claim say who did bribe e wo OKFM. How would you feel? Me say there's a lot of
na say ntina court dan wo ho nti sa nyama we na judge send the court nti wo de be court but what they asem for criminal to obi so na wo ni evidence ya
in a man's time no ye nyina ye tia say ye be sia ba ha ya this platform I me say me ko bia platform ha ni first show here member say you na wo kana say obi na throw note na ade I wish you ready to the end and not just mere note
media official documents na ye adwuma Me the official document. Official document or letterhead so stamp with the states. Just the states.
Steady letter. You want the letterhead here for you.
But I don't know some you through. Any some you through.
No. I feel that near my promo I'm right, Jumon. Zoom it. Almost the letterhead was cut.
The why was it cut? Until I make sure say a radio station. Yes, we had the document there, Juma. So you can't cut the from there. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. But all I know I send the money. I'm not seeing that.
Zoom click it.
I'm not. That's why I'm seeing that in your letter. No, I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing that it's like a statement. In your letter.
Black rank it to be tested because
okay. Slightly okay. Now then I'm okay and free
because we don't want the address to show near because of who normally boy and say nobody should take any video. Nobody should do it. It was form of like security.
It
was tied by the clerk.
The clerk of the court.
Court. It is a
okay, it is an official document. It can be also be a bro for a different judicial way, no, bro for a different no way.
To read in the year now, can cobbles a bro for the Muedu. You'll be any chrome casa.
Yo, but on Kofona Okana, say on Friday, the jury returned a verdict and awarded 80 million damages against Kennedy.
Read all the way to the end.
But me tell first sentence. So what would say? Yeah, what also yeah, what day? What for Jerry? Why will it take say? Also on Friday, the first sentence. On Friday, the jury returned a verdict and awarded $80 million damages against Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. This was based on Theo. One can say, okay, you are even contradicting yourself with the letter. Based on instructions of the trial judge to award actual and compensatory damages if they found Kennedy Agyapong guilty of defamation. On take court procedures, Nasim Pacho Fajeri. If before the judge made the jury instructions, once the jury instructions, jury nekasa, it means they have found Ken culpable. That's what it means. A court ruffle.
You mate.
Judge and say Samuno culpable la Monjino 18. Eti jury ne award there, and say you're finding the culpable into Yanyin 18.
And after they were dismissed, and now they're going to find another.
Because my Juma judge in the moment say find out based on evidence say. I'm not say to me make a case against Ken na. Say to me once we make a case there, monje damage of 18. Into a to me make a case here. No more their job as a jury is done, so they will be then dismissed. Say a pamo. And just call to Brofo. It means so much man a year. So, what I sorry, what I'm more
but you also be aware there.
I will be
aware. Your friend is saying, on say, Sambana say, with the emotions, bemu too much and try to one analyze it as some now. Obayan from so we me share video no. Right? Which video no say more argue say any crime say announce a video no, and the judge really said say he can be found contempt for court, which is true. But if you listen to the judge, you know, as more kind of mistrial no crowd or deny more. If you right after or dismiss say jury no, he said, and this court denies. You bet me about video na me yetia.
Yeah, me boy earlier. Yeah.
He said no, my file mistrial that. Oh, deny. He denied it right there.
But they want to file another mistrial again based on before.
I think that right now the emotions no was wrong. Everybody should calm down because emotions no was so you might miss the point. Cause and then I'm in CNN is one of my good friends on Canada downfall. Now he didn't come say yeah, and he made the statement say, the mistrial and it's me quite me could see a video. Now how can I could see a video and I'm say that's a mistrial. Judge need deny right there on the spot. He denied it. And I say right now, I mean who say emotions no was wrong. and people are now having clarity. More clarity in Mrem. If you guys will plan the next course of action, it's fine. Can you Ghana nipa? Anasi a Ghana ni obi any what time will be. This is just a defamation case. Say reduction and we seek you. Everybody just suggest seek it. It's just because I had him say, Kroman say, Mame, a bet me sue Mame for damage, some form of damages. They don't say or more that no, it's just a case. The case in the case in the day. I said, well, be according to the baby. So because the announcing so feel say there was a lot of damage because he's a journalist. Or yeah, with BBC, with Tiger Eye in the BBC. As Ken made those statements, he felt say it was damaging to his image, and he filed the case. Right now, no, you be a no Ghana for obi before obegina TV so makaka, but it's a hopes na do ya begina TV so everybody is having interpretations without looking at facts. Right now, no ye ko ye me say me dey futu ma fa futu afrim. Say me ko gina baby na me ka obi wan asem na me ni facts. I'll be very cautious, very careful. Because the China be no obetimi akosume anywhere. It doesn't matter where, just because I'm not saying American things, people thought so. Maybe, and I'm speculating. Maybe I can't even say. America, may can't seven America too, and not Ghana forever. But he didn't realize that in the heat of the movement, now all explaining on I say cast do away and from some pem and or young from so giving way to Anas. So let's calm down, settle down, have clarity, and before them reform. Because the ruling has come. Mobile file for mass trial, it has already been denied once. I don't know why the judge denied it. Given or he might deny it because if he denied once, I don't know how he's going to.
Me says deny, but you are saying.
Now we have video now.
It's okay. I'm not arguing, but I never made a video no more than therefore different.
Yeah. We have video right when he dismissed the jury, no, he denied the
I will take time and
watch it. Why, George? Yeah, that's a baby. I'm going to shout. So when you want to check right now, Santana. Over there, you'll be able to calm down. Peppa, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Stevia.
I'm Peppa Casani and you.
Me the main lawyer, me teaching, but what lawyer for the money myself na jury near the.
That way, a phobia hunting away.
So we a lawyer in the who can law them.
Where Ghana assembly can do any can be got Ghana who here can be.
As a move. Send your con dear, the ever can say as will be actually the Cassam. But it doesn't mean say send your papa can. Your rule be as in a Ghana for be able to see. And I don't know me who where the whole thing is coming from. I say a year be moved there. But Kennedy Susi will be a what in ways you are on mine. Was a name be brave why they save your mind now. Then ever peckham. Me see an answer someone and be true. A doom maybe. Let me try your crow be by me chain be a mean TV. Say, Master, are you sure you are not an ass? Because do maybe say, even if fear be a beshi, even when you are working at the public sector, because maybe I'm not mistakenly, I was a head teacher. Maybe you'll be in a Bible school, but we will be ahead. What boy means, maybe a GBB to you. I'm like, hey, Menji and Ama Menji, because you wouldn't know who is giving you something at that particular point in time. But Ghana also there, a mamre be Brazil be or we be man out, me that was it. So until Sanya Mana, yeah, papa, no, at least a movie there because a basse afraid ye, Sebi, say. The student no akoda ya tamfo na akoda baby ya nya obi awa silence na my nti send your man for be boss na sip say be aken na ye boni bi and this is a sign of warning na ye papa can obi this me mbo obi din but omo dit internet be brave ho omo di atem and say be obi o ha u si unu kra $1,000 kra o nya ma and so onya data kakra no kotina o fa ni phone no kotina internet ni so obeke kan sem basa. So when see ye na yemfanye futu but ye dear still we are for Ken because papa no whether say ye the good news on you, so money to business people, yeah, papa, president of America currently. And they be an amount for fan. So at the end of the day, you see him. But now my question is say, where them batch me be say Monty, assume me say Ken or pray for primaries no be really na or be a president and what will be the case? I mean,
That case no hold that answer na primaries name banti can affect no.
oh, okay.
Because the course of action has already accrued before primaries.
The only thing is a ABR, not or your president that they can wait after his tenure.
There be the case needs started before Ansana. Into winning elections, the case will still be there because it was the case was started before.
No, if you have mommy usually a papa tissues this year. Our case that was pending case. Not common be friend, but because of position was saying, they have to put it aside and wait.
They didn't wait. They judgment and enforcement and no more waiting. The case went to the full course of the case. I'm indicted Trump. Case no, but they cannot enforce the judgment on him. But they just suspended the
They suspended. Okay,
because the course of action assembly had the other court starting and sign our presidency they started until it doesn't affect case maybe a case in my judgment so answer, but that is US for there. And Ghana there America a different jurisdiction from Ghana until America will still enforce it on only our country. So the country be under the law. And on my law no to mean mine on another country. Just under some special circumstances. It's a different.
Yeah, sir. And as the same year can. And I'm Ghana football. Yato zoom no. Somebody rise to the occasion. I call the Ghana football. Over him. Yeah, anase. And next Togo for Russia and Togo.
What about there? Because before announce year number 12, you Ghana for you now see GF for this car. It's announce the year. More Ghana for you now see where SMEs. Before announce the documentary, Banyanka.
Yo, the friend is the car announce or no attempted to give it out.
There be video now announce recording and teaching and before so no zonka.
Maybe that's their reference. But there's numerous occasions and cases, sir. He handled the money himself as a gift. Oh, we are not required to award the bribe.
Okay.
Or come on, be appointed judge. Nisika, the pay out the cries and a judge to appoint him. Now the appointed
case they were American can also know because America lawyer want to mean substantial gift. Want to wait to me say flowers been obi to ama obey me but gift him we do millions want to mean it's against their rules.
Appointed gift. Obi papa.
Mr. Papa, what you want some now? Go over there now. One cut of a ball of the cash out here. Oh no, it's okay. I understand your emotions.
But you know, let's call a spade a spade. Well, let me calm down and narrate things before I leave.
Yo, but for 2 months, mommy say you go more than what you why?
But so
mommy you was them no.
Mommy we the mechanism. Yeah, but Ken dear. Ye penasema ye bompa ye de biaman say. Ya me be na dom no wetimi afu abenwan because youth no ehwehwe no. Na businessmen ye so ye tumi akọ investigate akra na ye so yasoma dwe enti ye sere no. Ye mompa say bia be akoda na ye hwehwe na biom. Yo, that's it.
Yo, Mr. Prepare, that's it. That's it. Views the Abba, Miss Aka. Make a point, you know.
But as if
Mr. You and on one castle, a boiler, I'm called Gigi on Patrol.
Oh, Manica.
I know, we are young. Naked one casa we would and no more cost of Ghana. One casa we do our year in 20 minka, but we jump on China no bidding about with Maccabi. But we just our year, so yet murder. By young Canacre, Agyapong, on Gansy Anas a year no you. Was a kind of fast yen Norman. And a Gansy. Now, no any part, and a Agyapong, in Sika, why you see Kenya, can Japan, the Bible, and Tankawan Kennedy. And that's no, I didn't answer me about my bonton. So what's the material? I didn't oil a year, but a kind of fast or yard, and I was on any yarding. That's all Tennessee. Because we are also to who not dear. It can Japan some all cano. And any money move. Na Ghana ye yuntia. Said I'm not so Ghana ye, you know. And confa papa so, not one yard. And simple. But so about America, my wounds, I need a lawyer never casa can send me baby or any case a year. Some call Ghana to Ghana, there's a Canada Japan winning. And I'm a boy. And one draw. By young can say on mine. So be welcome up a quam or mine. I see a dot tiny. Can only Yankopon, and then Tony Bobuan on Nina, I'm for the information in Breno, because Nipa bring to me Cassa. And conform Sassi and Nancy Giano, and as incidents when you could be done with, say Adan and answer a corner of us who ever as an India. And as well.
Thank you.
Sister, I don't know maybe all ain't me in Canina, if you have to be no one is perfect. But a nice can't be of fast or year no maybe no. So you'll be when it down pa, which no may year. I bet your home. Only a guy can see it, of course, is here. What's your do baby? Can I Ghana for him to show him? What you say? A crowd in Patnam. Oh, your money, yeah. Obia and say, Sabe, DBS for evidence, bra. No evidence, who try baby, no baby. Oh, cut it. I don't know what I say. Telling you now, you be a money, but areas wrong. Yes, any more anti-more at Tontoma. Now 18 million also begging or Jacranoa or work at Yada Timutia.
Question is, I'm not to do any Kwanswa. All right, so to need this or a criminal, or come China for, or right, so painting is
Me pacho, and I'm a new Pabian one from Sunino. Satam and a before womb, and then no maybe a nasi, yeah, and no maybe a costume in the market in Japan Casa. What you say? Because sister, and I'm not my of a Jarike. She judges now, and that's a far quambis to the year woman. Sister, I wish you become a cabella. A woman said, you man, or your dear, when you're a journalist. When I'm your journalist, but also be the Ghana, the whole Ghana, also be as I did not see any bidder. And I don't want any pa, or journalist actually, one day, especially will be Anna. What is not?
You
sister, and a
court said the Anasi and nothing.
And then I can Japan to the nurses to say, I dear Nancy, on Cassa, what kind, I did say, or can I say, and ya dinner or no against you, a choir of fast yard, see a point in you. Or say a kind of
oh, patch, I say, Anasi and good any massy. Criminal near the one good any masses.
Oh, the American say, Obian one from Swinino. I didn't know on say a by Anasi a unit dear, a shown for dear. Somebody say number 12 one wine, and I can Japan so the dear buy on the channel. It will be a person say, and I can Japan so can say, and I didn't know why no pill, but a crowd of fast again and human, and want it. Kululu,
I know there's some non court, and we need America court. America court will be hoofing. And
also the on any call Ghana court, no Ghana judges a man as said in a criminal, you know. And you can Japan a can
Ghana judges are not and said, you know. Ghana judges make his pronouncement.
Investigative
before Becca will be a criminal, and just say a convicted. And also has not been convicted.
Now, a case no can Japan and that's winning. In
the mature say, you're convicted because the word criminal no before I never told you to let us see a blow for a year. But you're one for.
But me dear, the mechanic and say, me anas me money for me can Japan for name a qua anas the name so fast so a no man. And then will be as and yet, I
know they have fair comment. What the court, what can say same way? What the court to be a having court to cry, be no obey Jews can be a
planet.
But what they can say what is a criminal and idea to be so I don't know one head tricky, no. So,
the idea who so don't mean country in Paris. Yes, sir. But just Madam say, they can they can before a man for so man information. What you say? And no maybe one more, one can baby or ten bed or cocoon. And any part be almost only a 3 year Juma. And the information be so that it's then and the boy I'm matching. Don't only a last year, you mean. There's a lot of information among for you it can because I do not know more. Was see woman in quite fast year no maybe no. And the information I can Japan Egnano. Baby, I know correct, but and I'm only evidence in no. Anything it be a what can I say? It be a 1 can year na bibisa. But any nama judges no, you almost say can be
court so the evidence a year, Juma.
na wo kan say waka nipa be abeka say no be abekire evidence na dey adwuma because how no yen kan no kure wo evidence na erika ba Ghana dey ya na the emotions na kasa enti ya say ohun bi hu say obi ye obi ade boni bi a etimi eka wakoma kana Japan Ghana ti na okoma okon enye onu anti o enye de 80 million na ya kan Japan betimi atua ama no sika de ewum say obi ani ni botom de ba papa wo ye ni sika otua ebu ankrofo no that sika enye bibia be dey be ha no say bia ontimi ntua ba e pese no kure dedi so what I say say na me check the ope enye sika no what I say enti end even nyina ma say it's 1 man time say 1 man time ne nyenso say obi ka say ni say the judgment ne ba ani nyina be hu de ewum ne hu no kure ewum why
that's it and I'm say check your court or munyam file is a motion for Mr. and ofajai mama fa na bra mu bra Michael ha me ti o
Stefia me majo ofa me majo so
go Mike say
yan go for no more fa Stefia me kind of simple na who cause am sa ne ma ye kan tintintin na who cause am anas aye boni din na wanya de na waye say himfo ne ma anas ya anas the same politicians na Canada Japan or your politician ye papa Tamil Spencer or call your friend say airport Temahabo or call ya or call anas asem MPP for taking advantage of near honor the same thing Ekufuado Nensema no Katama no position no my he was going to use anas tactics. Him for the man nas here popular. Him for the create anas. Politicians now man am create anas. And then kwanya mu fa so am create no. Mo man no leverage, mo man no so much advantage say or oni ya no party be a beba power be ano. It's like oni omo na ye adwuma. Literally. MPP or power, it's like oni MPP na ye adwuma. NDC or power, it's like oni NDC na ye adwuma. So man ma create you can say anas. As to kwanya or fa so dey na adwuma no. Steph ya bonsam sebi Bible mu yes bonsam what the bread command Jesus Christo san ye dey beti yes or the son ahwe say so osi we den ya you say me the way be ma Jesus Christo si free me soko anas tactics our dey adwuma no yes enye but utimi ka free me soko say one ka free me soko na usom na ekodru court no nye taxes no na omuhwe ade na wasom no sadia no usom that is what you're going to deal with. And again, if you're watching Bibri, honorable can yenya ye penasem, yenya ye dono. But in terms of court, no, a buffo, senya buffo, nipana wagun hufino, and matam most. It's and a train say Drew baby, and I'm so happy say of late, I said ni tonation, no, about down. Even though the star no me yes what you had, sending no see no, but tonation about down no. Me to me yes and I say oh say I say oh down who kakra bia ma hu so ye but ne stand again can you good but any kwan say we go to the extreme say obey there we state nioma sebi be go bi hu fin because anas time am show video no who show anas there na anas show ne yakoso no anas also had a right say kono so be ka asem bia gu hu fin but onim say okasa ono ne lawyer onim so ka asem bia na o de kokota obey there ebeye yinti memesere say yen kasa yemu no regardless say yenya ye feel say the ekoso enye right no say at least the way I see so nipa re yenya ye nipa oso say see me metu we de 1 billion ebre me say minye say anhwa na ma fall but ni nyia mu no eni kwan say ye de you go to the extreme say ye begu nipa ho fi because oh yes ade emra nim no sebi America hanom sebi o enkofo a wo mo ye bone ahodo wo ha but ukogo obi ho fi a emra na echewa e simple e do be gina ba bi e say do gina sister fi aka mekan
yo me that's it for Michael what I your last comment and then we said how much chance because you say okay who that can also asem last comment I guess all can
kakra mekan ni say me dey say mpanifo abeka say I omaka nyazasem and okay going forward and kola mpanifo atendidie na ahemfo na yedidi o matem ne ade no be bring fan to omofo on social media futu kese now all that I'm saying is say anas obey na juma na he's entitled for his job but onion in the right way. One, mesre say, who you investigative journalist, Chromua, there's a lot of investigative journalists on what. Even the break my anas as Ronya. Me who's Wakata and Nimuda. So wouldn't say Adiana Uyeno a genuine and a kind of friend who facing no crowd. Why do you have to cover your face?
I know the investigative journalist be undercover, police for Kora be undercover.
Undercover if you almost katomani.
Bebe kata omanim. Bebe kata omanim. Debi ebi kata omanim. Ebi she prosthetics. FBI for ye people to me change you omanim. No man got na kofu from no yeah bebe yeah.
O de waka mate. Etino oh yeah ye ni ye. O kwa say e command na wudi na afo say nipa no e bribe na nipa na request so me gi say asamaya. Then you capture, but don't intentionally say, oh, open the way there, that's all my opinion. They buy no be come where they Giana, Anna, also their tools. Hey, I'm a Ghana. I fear Ghana, I fear cry, no call in what. Before I do, I fear yes, oh, or him now call Sapan. Passion up to be named Buama dear Kakrana, do out there, Manana. A part of our culture. And I don't see, say, Ube use this strategy to destroy people's life. If you are some here, yo, Obi Papa from Waru, Obi Papa in your stroke, Obi Kunu, Ejuma Bon, and then Obi Anabia or one Ejuma Papa be or ye, Ebia, because of that case, or Tikodiabe Chabe. It's very bad. It's very bad. Yen so me, I need to say na ye ka se si e o tena se bibi ya nasa Ghana ni na be so ni mu sa Ghana for na so na wo sell ade akene Japan ye no na or ye fight am the whole Ghana.
Hello Overjay we na article when the phone abre nti ye na phone ase ye na phone ase buza for ye na muzumu nyina mate say na muzumu join ye friend say Rich or say Ghana will forever be stagnant because ebi mu so suggestion ni ade o mo ka no yi enye ne kwan so a ohene George Apiase ono there are particular people mu di atem o internet so ono wa target o mo Kofi say analysis an investigative journalist undercover. So gentlemen, get your facts well because obetimi akaba na nim dey an investigation no. If I'm in an answer conference or Amsterdam, it was a global investigative journalist conference. Now there was a journalist who came from one of those countries or also say undercover. He had done this investigative piece editorial book about Kukos Hells Angels. And also undercover or you know so Hells Angels be. Sa bro for you mutumi je omo bodu ni omuti no mo riding motor no. Because they were involved in a lot of things. You see, one year undercover untumi nyomo. So he had to infiltrate into their camp. Indeed, undercover human there's a no money na omo ye. Sa no money na omo eye. Overjay uba no snap ya mama na me kind of phone message.
It's no not near ye can say no. Mami ni kan mo your new IGP awaba no be born abaso. Say at least
Overjay mze ne the internet no ye o de akasa kakra ye. O mo pese obekasa Francis say wofa we are emotional. Enti yenye Canadian Japan kwan na fighting for Ghana. So many people are fighting for Ghana. Your friend saying you see so you people don't know Anas before Anas will do anything. He already knows what he's doing bad. Okay, also Nedia also Edeba no. And our branch here we Kwame Educhumo say national security can arrest Oketeche because he's speaking the truth. Okay, Matis or much Abema Oketeche. So I don't know if that is true, but I hear so much and I don't know. So I can be against somebody in Tina or my picking a Rich say Ghana will forever. Okay, Rich, my kind of messages. And now Sandiaba. David say person kasa ha ye come run steady mommy why. Abrante na Kofi Osi wo Fajeria na de who say why emotional pa entinya abotre because when you emotional boss good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Okay. Me problem ni say me problem mienu a me wo ade we so ni say dia honorable Canadian Japan can say kwan na nas fa so ye na djuma no enye no adentina like omo ba so no bia ni opinion there but I say omo gia tum say ampa Why na anas house in the Jumanenye, like is the holy truth said that honorable can correct. Meanwhile, no, in America, no more say uka ya ho majime dals ya ubedem because Ghana hanomo obia pese ochie bibi na onya kwanko me a driver me drive 247 oh Ghana me twi yango police beji now police na mu I ready so person discarded and I won so no bibi kakra chia won ho to so ready so be man discarded enti se me shada e ma bibi chia o me car ne ho na me do police na nim na oye so kasa na am say na ban jiwe no dia oye wrong so I Jesus can I clear oye wrong enti se wo Jesus can na me record na ono so no kire na no be kire no judges no be kasa judges no say your papa nka ebe ya oya me papa wo man kan nyam ya because case no me follow emre bi obi akobo to filling station and robber akobo to filling station ama nipa ewu ama yakochi araba no news na finance nim ama announce say no ma me sheda nko tua brabo case we so say ye be jan robber na ampampa ye jan robber no enu say adetina ya omokoye sama ya judge ni ya gina juma finish him the judge was wrong araba kunipa na ba court obi abetua hu sika we jan no and obama for say how announce yes how then how and what say we jan no we correct judge and what say we jan no nipa no this can ba on so report no na ehun say sanity or system nim enu na account na corruption agibe biara because be there normal corruption be bre normal organa enye corruption bium nti ona bo kentimi ka say obi bibi da was ya enye hwe eya boni ama say untue ska ntimi nje passport ntimi nje Ghana card nti uji so ko tua ena ma system ni na rot no nti mo bi nti say me shara ko tua ska o baby me di mi fam first time ko ji me passport 2014 me ko nkofo be bre gugate nanu enim pebre pa man beyond onu ye ne de na official na 50 cities then times or ye ne de na official lu man bi o wa di wa konya basa obi anfi no so ye gina gate na chi no omo ba ya no be yin ko omo ba ya no be because ye trace ka kase it is bad. It is obi record on this situation I was in nipa na ebon onya boni bia anase nya boni bia I don't know why mukas anase ebon ama system now rotu nis country nya hwe Ghana anu see uniska ubetua extra yes passport at about 350 ukotua 350 and they just say bia we celebrity dey enimu na udimba tu dwa na ehun so okay we dey manya ma no nko and e beju 350 na pass say unyo bia obi enimu be bia masa 350 na be dawa pro 1,500 forget it and I am bad I was system nim a system nim into so be koya de ne obi record no say okay 350 me 2,000 na waji na ma record wa o sa de ntina ma da wase wa da so hu nja ketua ojuma na eni ntioka aseda nko na mo jinti aseda fo nko na mo show omo ndase ne yen show mo biom aseda fo nko na yen show mo Ghana anu say hospital ni na sa aden me da say
yo me da say Davidson o say anase nye boni bia se onye boni a ene nko bia aka wa se man kai shouldn't be a problem but yeah they share ho say we say means the Ghana ni nyina ada ni we say means nti obi anye we say means and it so onya bibia anko eno ne issue a ono o support yi say we ya judge di case projen so what I say men ma obi metwa afi na adekoje ni panse wa eboni atamusa say only corrupt people will say they are not say ye bad onim say they we no we clean job boy better na wabekasa na say etwa wonti na say eboni a obi nye bida so abrante bi say enka nche say driver wakasa ma akono so you very legit pa France say can be because asem na say they also can sa pepe na boss waba be kanu papa no we ya de na wo ye no krojin a enka ordinary Ghanaians obi ani be so ba obi a person ogiska we say me say damase you see below say enka nche say no kre na waka no e bibie ni ho no de be so bi no kre no papa enene oba ya wetimi aka no akosi de say ono start campaign be release oketeche FIFA now no mo so akwa cancel metia baba ntina o ma baba chi national security for aba chi no nti on de release ni sisi na ohun de onye abrante ba ko ateba say anas is 100% correct the method no use no wa obey boni mpe na ebechew wa wonye boni no nka you should not go and take any appointment bia na ade no kra ba bedua also Abusa for yenda munyina mwase. I mean, we appreciate you so be it me anya kwan. Ache na adwene. Any ade Wednesday next week ampa. No, another ben, and Wednesday. So next week, you better also. You better also. Why? Now you the more discussions, bro. You any of the court filings as well, and also you the better social media. But for now, no. Canada Japan lawyers in file is motion for pre-trial. No, your court no board no so Jersey no mama obi akọ no mo check your moon file. I think it be on be filing or china. And now any of the days until the end of the week on be file, and then we'll see what the court will say. About the issue and Omo council and say I think that Honorable Kennedy Japan lawyers also eventually will come out because I was forcing them and no so Monkasa. I'm sure they will also come out when the time is right. Yeah, I'll see if you can read Ken's mind. He will tell you don't mess around with great Anas because they say the Anas are a showdown palm who say yes and only asem no pa Abante Bako, but it was this time Ben started, but it started 7 o'clock Ghana time. That would be like 3 o'clock US East Coast time. It's it started that time now. You can all join and share your views in at the end. Also read this for me. Ima me who message you now also me reading so send the message again so that I can read it. And I Abante we say okay. See you being release. But you want atemo na who the atema it change. Na Ghana crowd the atema it doesn't change the court but can US. And I'm busy with them go for them. You focus on the issues at stake. Let's focus on the issue at stake. But next week Monday, share Kuku Spencer. I see you why Kuku Spencer. NASPA phone be so monte. I also check out system no UK for no. David Aita. Also, why do they have the camera on them? I don't know which camera you are referring to. Rich is Canada Japan is not fighting for Ghanaians, he's fighting for the Mabe brain because Ohies car or they ever share Omunina, Tina, or yes, I know well, Rich. Also, I don't know, but I mean, a lot of people know that also, yeah, Kasa is an advocate for Ghana for a lot of the things, no, because I don't know when he did that. So really, he doesn't need most of the things that he's talking about. But next week, maybe I can leave you with the video from the court. Judge, let's listen again. Say if the judge made mistrial or can mistrial as someone. But then I also take it from me say, social media. We are journalists, only journalists. Nobody is above defamation suit. Anybody can sue you. When sue Chroma, they can sue you somewhere. Because and some we are saying it all over the world. Into US now, Ghana now, Germany now, you are generating content. Content you go be who they have a right to sue you. Mama very, 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 very careful. Because Kennedy Japan call a big man you. Na yes, Sankwas. Yeah, I'm sure who ye. The force will go for court to do. I want to make us a both now. That is not an excuse. So what I say, unless we excuse our man is in law. But if your excuse is not grounded in law, the judge will not mind you say both funti. Because we'll be asking the both for no can say man can so be ask him. So what I say, bibi influmo. Let me take you to the court again as we wrap up. No, this is what happened in court.
Judge, in our initial finding, we awarded $18 million and a breakdown, presuming $5 million, actual $5 million, and punitive $8 million. With your verdict and your note, your jury service in this case is complete. I truly have enjoyed working with you. You've been an attentive jury. Thank you so much for your service. You are discharged.
Judge, the defendant would like to thank the jury for this request.
Get out of my can. Thank you so much. Everyone appreciates your service.
So they see what court in thank you so much and good night. Why? Next week, good night. Every lady.